pouring the symbiote on me.
Okay, here we go. Alright, it is up and running.
I think that was like the last time I was in.
Yeah.
I remember
that was
like, what are you doing?
It got even weirder.
You'll have to do a big
weirder.
recap, Chandler.
What?
Oh yeah, we were trying to get Onavok infected with it, so we went into the woods and started cutting me and him and just bleeding on each other.
Trying to become blood brothers, I see.
That's exactly
what
we
actually did. We actually did.
Okay, so someone else.
Glad I wasn't around. I've been like, what the hell are you doing? Are you guys joining your own cult or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, the cult of Sarquin. You should join.
Oh, gosh.
You just have to renounce your oath as a paladin.
Nope. What? And then be just to conform to your twisted view.
No, then you can be a cleric. No, you can be a cleric after that.
Yeah,
that's like a
fallen
step.
Cleric.
That's like a step down from paladin in his eyes.
Yes, exactly.
You could be the chosen cleric instead of the chosen
I was called
paladin.
to be a paladin, not to be a cleric.
Gosh.
Okay, so with this,
I was called to follow no god, so I follow no god.
What a decision that was.
Oh my god, if I get a wish, I'm gonna wish that a new god will be born. Just to fuck with some shit.
I'm taking a note of that. Never give Sarquin a wish ring. Okay, so, someone want to give the tiny recap? Or
of last session, or the...
Yeah, sure. Just last session, or
okay.
Anything else you wish to talk about, or I could just do it really quick.
So, last session, we got led a bit further into where we wanted to go about, like, what would you call this, like, thing? The Gnome Kingdom?
The right side is the halfling side, so...
Yeah. So we went to, like, the halfling side, and this big wolf paladin of, like, AMA came out and was escorting us through...
That's a big deal. What are you doing?
He was like...
It's not a
he was like a half dog. Like, he ran up to us as a dog, but then he transformed into a
dog
man with armor.
Like,
Huh.
Like, it was
so
super
druidic style, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
He
What
is
was
so
his name?
cool, but Sarquin is just disappointed in him.
He can, like,
His name, I have
teleport
it.
and stuff.
I have it. Hold on. I'm sure I have this name.
Chandler,
His name is Otzayo.
And he also gave you what he was as well.
Yeah.
He told you that he was an Archon or an Archon. Don't know how to pronounce it, but
Of AMA?
that he was an Archon and that he followed AMA and he was a paladin.
Yeah, and Chandler admitted to us that if we had, like, attacked him, like we thought we should have, because, you know, a gigantic wolf charges towards you, you kind of want to, like, protect yourself. If we had attacked him, he would have killed us, because he's, like, way out of our league.
Yeah,
way
you can't even lie to him.
Also, yes, generally just straight attacking NPCs as they walk up is not a good idea.
He wasn't walking up, he was charging at us.
Well, he might have had an important message for you.
No, he stopped, like, away from us and started growling like he was going to attack.
Yeah, because you were probably going to attack. He was afraid you were going to attack him.
Well, it was mainly because of having a bugbear and a goblin with the party.
Yeah.
That was, that was the main reason.
So he was racist. And as we were going, he's like, okay, so I want these two to prove themselves to me, because he was being racist, and he wants these two guys because
they're naturally evil, man.
I want to push forward how racist this guy is.
That he wasn't, anyway. But okay.
Yeah.
I'm not putting that in my notes, don't worry, John.
Yeah. Anyway, he wanted them to prove to him that they were good, and so he decided to give us a test. We could either kill, like, a group of people who we didn't know what they had. All we knew was they had, like, maybe a human with them or something, and maybe a few orcs. Or we could go up against the Thatch. And Sarquin seeing the opportunity after going to Silverwell and talking to Richard Rosso about getting money for bringing back stuff, he was like, okay, we could go there, bring back the hands of maybe a goblin or an orc. They might all be humans. He didn't tell us. So we could do that, or we could go guaranteed bring back the eye and like thumb of a Thatch and say, yeah, we killed the Thatch and get like whatever money that would warrant us. So Sarquin basically convinced everyone that it was a good idea to fight a Thatch when it really wasn't.
Anybody listen to Sarquin?
Because he's very persuasive.
To be fair, Onavok thought it was a good idea too.
Yeah. So we managed to convince like the 5 of the people that he allowed to go to fight the Thatch, and I think Onavok dropped once or twice, and a few others dropped, and then
Eliza dropped.
back up.
It was Eliza
I
dropped.
almost dropped.
Yeah. Nalrock, Eliza, Onavok all dropped to unconscious.
Yeah. We finished the day, and I had like 4 hit points left.
And it was right in the morning too, so
yeah.
It's like they just like made camp and slept for 8 hours after that.
Yeah,
of course,
We're just like, no, we're not doing anything else.
And the end of our session ended in laughing of us trying to transfer the symbiote.
Yeah, we were trying to transfer the symbiote onto him, and so I realized that my veins were black, so I'm like, hey, if I bleed on your wounds, maybe you'll get the symbiote. So I started opening my wounds and pushing out my blood on his wounds, and then he's like, oh, no, I don't think that's going to work. Here, let me bleed on your wounds instead. And we tried it that way, and then I got the idea of we're gonna make like a small shoe of the symbiote with the power I got from it, and stab it into him when I can do it, and then see if that makes him be infected by the symbiote.
Yeah, so that happened.
Oh my!
We haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, I haven't tried that one yet. The other thing that you might have missed, Naf, was that the group went to Silverwell way beforehand and basically made a deal with Richard Grosso to investigate a area near Maryville, the little tiny circle near Maryville in red. Is basically like, oh, go get information about this place because my business partners and stuff are worried and stuff, and he promised to give the group as a whole 2,000 gold if they left Grey Rock, basically as good faith, like, oh, okay, you're going to do this. And then based upon... Whoa, what's that? Oh. Well then. That's odd. Okay then. Wow. Okay. Isn't this just amazing? Oh my gosh.
happened?
I'm back.
Are you on your phone or something?
Yeah, he's on his phone.
Like,
Oh,
the camera's sort of working.
you gotta get that recording back up.
Oh, it hasn't stopped.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, and we're after this.
Gosh,
we
that
are
was
heading to the
embarrassing.
metallic.
Oh, yes.
After this, we're heading to the metallic dragons.
Naf
cave.
kind of missed our plans.
Like a lot of them.
Oh yeah.
Naf,
Our
we have
plan is to go talk to the gigantic dragon, see if we can get him to help clear out the wilds and
Have
fight
Sarquin
the champion of
multi-class.
Gurmosh. Teach me to become a dragon disciple.
Yeah.
And basically, teach me how to become more like a dragon. And hopefully make an ally out of the dragon so we don't have to fight him at any point.
I thought you didn't believe. I thought you were a nihilist, man.
This is a dragon.
I thought nihilists didn't believe in God.
You don't believe. They don't believe in anything.
No, he's not a nihilist. Gods exist, he just doesn't follow them.
He's just like, eh.
He's like, I don't respect your authority.
Yeah.
I do what I want.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Okay, so after that throwback to the very first time I ever did this, something happened with... Yeah. Okay, whatever. So, where were we?
End of the recap. So,
Okay,
yeah.
We're
kind of
acting
heading down. We
heading
have to go
to-
to that little dot near Maryville in the wilds. And
No,
then-
we're going to the dragons first.
oh, we're going to the dragons first.
That's near Maryville. You don't know exactly where, but it's near
Yeah,
Maryville.
it's somewhere in there.
They're
The
all
same
in the
dragon
same area.
that talked to us, talked to Sarquin that one time.
Yeah, as he was flying over or whatever.
Yeah.
Because Sarkman has ADHD and just wanted to talk to everything that day.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Okay, so right now, okay. Naf, did you stay with the group? Because part of the group went back to Grand Pike after going past the initial bugbear camp to warn them about, like, hey, there's more people there. Did Naf go back to Grand Pike, or did he continue with the group and meet the Paladin, Atzael? I'm just trying to see.
What makes the most sense for you?
Either way, it'll be fine. I just want to see where you want to be.
Well, I mean, easiest is obviously being with the party,
True.
but at the
That is
same
easiest.
time, I feel like I would have had something to say about the
whole
Paladin.
entire Paladin. Yeah.
You're right. So, if it makes sense that I went back to Grand Pike and settled what needed to be done there, and then immediately left, and am just catching back up.
Yeah, that would
works
be.
for me.
You already know what I'm gonna do, so why even bother? I was like,
Hashtag DM tricks.
I don't really. It's like I'm going up against a veteran here. I can't do anything.
Veteran of a year. In fact, I want to say it's a year and 1 week.
Mazel tov!
Hey. Okay, but yeah, this would be the point where back in the story, the group that just fought the Athach, however you pronounce it, still don't know how to do that, are getting ready to sleep for 8 hours, regain all their hit points, all that
And
good
apparently
stuff.
move at night.
Apparently, I don't.
Or
We're
just
throwing off
take
the
an
sleep
extra
schedule.
long rest.
just like,
Yeah.
nah, we're tired, we're done for the day.
Yeah.
Well, we almost died. Can you blame us?
No, I really can't.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
but
can, you idiots.
okay.
See
but
what happens when you don't have your paladin bar?
I know, really, everything just starts going downhill.
We need the straight man to drag along,
Ugh,
It's like, without your moral compass, you have plans
kicking
of, like,
and
What moral compass? I just like dragging him along on things he doesn't want to do.
We
oh
have
my
said to become evil multiple times.
At least
Sarkin's
talking
going to become an
about
evil
that.
dictator emperor.
Okay, so
Anyways.
I'll be arriving. I'd say probably after they've gotten the rest, maybe
Exactly.
even at the end of the night, going into the morning.
Yeah, and as the other group of the party, the one that just fought, is currently sleeping, you are making your way like past actually.
Where would that have been, by the way? Sorry, on the map.
Gotcha. So on the map, the fight or where you are?
The fight. Where
would,
am I heading towards? Where are they camping, I guess?
Gotcha. They're like around here-ish.
Okay.
Around there, because they're going towards New Hedge, and you would be just above that. So.
Okay. Yep.
Just north of that. And so as you're making your way back with the group that was sent back with you, including Arian, Eben, Marvin.
Good.
Those people, they're coming back with you, and you come across a dog, basically on the top of a hill. It's a red dog, pretty muscular-looking dog, and it looks over to you and sort of stalks, waits, and sort of looks over its shoulders and just waits.
Okay.
My gosh. After a while, that dog, you see it bolt towards you. Your mini group coming back. At this point, it's about a couple hundred feet away from you. As you get a closer look at it, it is oddly red. It is like not like a brown red. It's like a pure red color to the skin, and it's a little off-putting. You've never really seen anything like this before, and you see as the dog just stops about 100 feet away from you, from the group, as it just sort of stares at you, sort of gauging you about what you're doing here. That's like sort of what you're guessing what this dog's doing.
So the group that I'm with, it's Arian, Eben, and you said Marvin?
Marvin's with you. And
who's Marvin? Refresh my memory.
Arian's friend, the halfling.
Okay, halfling.
Who you met in Silverwell, who spoke Draconic and was basically Arian's best friend.
He did speak Draconic because Arian taught him.
He did. So those three are with you.
Okay, I just wanted. I couldn't remember who Marvin was. Eben and Arian, I remember. Okay, yeah. Gotcha. Okay, so I'll just, as far as I'm concerned, I'm just gonna kind of stare back at it.
Okay.
And see, same thing. Just kind of size it up and see if, because the way it's moving and kind of stalking us, does it seem more intelligent than your standard wild dog or wolf?
Go ahead and roll a. Are you trying to see if it's like a wild dog or if it's something more than that? Then.
Right. Yeah, I want to see if it's if it's a wild dog, if it's significantly more intelligence. That is
Gotcha. For that, I'd say go and roll a knowledge check. I believe would be maybe nature, from what you're describing.
Oh, this will be good.
Yeah, you're unsure about this. It just looks like a very odd-looking dog that is staring at you, and it's a bit off-putting, but you can't really determine if it's more intelligent or not. As you're sort of looking at this dog, it's slowly creeping up towards you. Right now it's about 90 feet.
In a hunting style stance, or is it more like I need to get closer to evaluate type stance?
The latter.
Okay. All right, then as it's doing that, I'll continue, staring at it, making sure that it's, clear that we're not, running away from it. But, gotcha. And as it gets closer, I'll do a quick blessings of AMA on the wild beasts of this land. And
okay. As you say that, the dog stops mid-track.
And
then you see it sort of hunch over even more, like its back starts to arc, almost like looks like it's about to throw up almost. But
sort of like cats do.
Sort of, but
Yeah.
as it does that, it's not. You don't see anything different in the face, but you see that its muscles are starting to bulge, and they're getting bigger and bigger, and you see that the physical form of this dog is changing. You hear some growls just as you see this dog is still hunched over. You can't really make out too much of it, but as it looks up towards you, you see now it stands on two legs now. And you see a humanoid bipedal creature in front of you, still fully red, hound-like face, and a scar across the nose, horizontally across the nose. You see that out of nowhere it now has belts and leather-like pants on where you didn't see any beforehand. And you see no armor on this creature, but once you see it in its full form, and you see that it's fairly muscular, and looks like it has seen a little bit of a battle based on how it presents itself. At that moment, you were gonna say something?
Oh, I was gonna say, does the scar across its nose look fresh or old?
From this distance, you think it's fairly old. It's not
Okay.
fresh at all.
It's not bleeding or anything like that. Okay, just making sure.
It's a heavy scar, but it's all closed up. It's
Okay, so it's an old wound. Okay,
it's an old wound.
that's all I'd be looking at.
You see as it's just the last grunts come out of it. Just it begins to talk as it says, "So you follow AMA then?"
I do. I'm a chosen of her paladins.
You see that this creature is stepping towards you. Now it's about 50 feet away from you, still walking up towards you. Not really nonchalantly. Not reaching for any weapons that it has. It's just gauging this entire group.
And I'll hold my hand up just in case the rest of the group is nervous and reaching for their weapons. I'll kind of put my hand up in like the hold symbol,
Gotcha.
like the hold sign, like don't draw on this guy.
Okay, because as you do that, you did see that Marvin was sort of tucking his hand away, and Eben was looking a bit
And
off.
that's what I was afraid of. Yeah.
Yeah, so you go, hey, it's all right. They sort of relax a little bit, still unsure
Ready,
about what's going on, because they haven't seen anything like this before either. As this creature says to you, it starts speaking different languages you don't know, but at first but then soon you hear Dwarvish come out of its mouth, one that only you know in the group. As you hear, so can you understand this one?
I'll respond in Dwarvish. Yes, I can. One of the few I do speak, besides Common.
At that point, the creature goes, right. So, we want me to talk in Dwarvish or continue the conversation for the rest of your peers to listen to?
Well, I do trust them, so.
Right. So he switches over back to Common as it says, so, my name is Rafa. And I have, say, a notion that you might be a group that might have split off from an earlier one. Who do you travel with?
Well, we travel for the King of Greyrock in a group put together by the kings, with one known as one known as Anavak and another as, and I'll kind of like drop my head a little bit in Sarquin, and of course, this is Arian Rosso and Melvin, and as I referenced Marvin. Sorry, Marvin. And and there are others that we have kind of picked up along the way.
What are some of the others? Give me one example.
Out of character, I can't remember the
Gotcha.
goblins
or
the
goblin's name is Zab. You have
Zab.
Bugbear named Narok in there. Have
Eliza.
Yeah,
and Eliza, and here we go. Here's my list. Hang on, let me find him now.
Yeah, stop Beric with you.
There's another known as Kep.
Kep actually left. He went back to his parents in Castle Greyrock.
Okay, but he was traveling with us.
Yeah,
so
he did go back to his parents and is currently there. But yeah.
There was one known as Kep, but he is back in Greyrock now, I believe, and we've also have one of the King's head guards, Beric, with us from time to time, and then of course the goblin. Crap! I lost it again.
As you say, the goblin. This Rafa says, "That is enough. I can take you to them if you wish. They're just a little ways up."
Oh, that would be fantastic. We're heading to a rendezvous with them again now. So
we traveled for 2 days. Is this happening? In the past?
No, this one. Since your days of traveling, that they've already been to Grand Pike. They've been traveling. They've been about a day or so behind you, depending on how far they travel in a day. So it would be around the same time, especially if you are. Since you're resting for 8 hours, this gives them plenty of time to catch up to you as well.
And we would have been pushing just a little bit to catch up, probably not to the point of exhaustion, because that's unsafe. But we would have been pushing, starting a little bit early, pushing a little bit longer than your standard travel day.
Yeah, so it's completely plausible that he is within the time frame that he is. At that point, Rafa says, "Good. Then, follow me. I think Ferris will be able to hold the fort for now." As you see this red creature then shift back into the dog hound-like form as he sort of looks back and sort of gestures with his head to follow him as he begins to walk off.
Okay, I'll motion to the guys to follow us and head, behind him.
All right, and you make your way off following Rafa, and with the other group, you have just gotten your midday's sleep. Right now it's about, let's see, you fought about maybe, it's about like 4 in the afternoon or so when you finally wake up, and you come to still sore from the earlier battle of the day. So you wake up. What are you gonna do? Anyone? Anyone at all?
I thought you were referring to the other group.
I was.
No, I thought you were referring to now.
I wasn't sleeping. We were traveling.
We're all still asleep. What are you talking about?
What would I want to do? Okay, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna look directly in my familiar's eyes. I'm gonna look in his eyes. Okay, and I'm gonna poke its nose. And I'm gonna go back to sleep.
Okay. So after the 8 hours of sleep, you just go, nah, and just turn back over. Sleep for another however long it is. After a while,
walking.
after a while.
We don't want to approach a dragon while it's sleeping.
You're nowhere near the dragon right now, anyways. So.
Yeah, that's true.
But okay, so you wake up a little bit later on. Naf, you're making your way down. It's about again late afternoon as Rafa sort of stops suddenly and turns back to you and says basically that that you're here. As he then just continues to lead you on. A little bit later, maybe 10 minutes or so of walking, you see currently sitting down with its back to you, a similar looking dog-like creature when you saw Rafa in his humanoid form. This one is gray, and you see that on his person is, you see armor on him and a great sword on its back, currently sitting down, sort of like a crisscross applesauce sort of style, and his arms are crossed in front of him from what you can gather. Rafa then runs up away from the group to that creature. Conversation happens as you then see that gray dog sort of turn around, and you see that on this creature, going from about where it's from the bottom of its chin, that neck area, all the way down his left arm onto his forearm and a little bit of his hand is a whole bunch of just black tribal tattoo-like markings. From what you can gather, it's tattoos of some kind.
Okay.
You see that this creature walks up towards you, meeting you halfway between where you were, and says, "So, I see that you're part of this lot." And he sort of gestures back to where you don't see anybody because they're all sleeping in their respective encampments, but sort of gestures over and just looks back at you, waiting an answer.
Sometimes I think, unfortunately, yes. I believe this is the group. I would have to, identify somebody that's
Does it have an
once they're out of their
elf in it
tents.
that does not know when to be quiet?
Oh, yeah, almost definitely then.
We have that. Right.
I heard that. Right, we're back to sleep.
You hear him, so you hear Atsael go, "I do not care."
Love you too, buddy.
And then
Yeah, that's definitely him.
he says, "Right." He turns to the dog, the red dog, and says, "Thank you, Rafa. Go back to Theris and continue your patrols." The red dog sort of bows and out of nowhere just disappears and is gone. This hound-like creature just sort of stands there and is just standing there. When you look over this creature, you see that on this creature's armor, there's a similar symbol of AMA that you have on yours, sort of on its back. That's where the symbol is. Like you can see like the edges of it, and you're just like, oh, that's the same sort of design that I have.
Okay.
And then the creature goes, "So, I am Atsael, and I am tasked with bringing these to New Hedge." Oh, Atsael, yeah, I'll give you the spelling.
Sure. Thanks.
There you go. So he then says, "You may travel with us, and we'll be in New Hedge in about a day. And then I'll leave you to whatever business you are here for."
We're going to see a dragon.
You're technically sort of asleep right now, Sarquin, unless you want to wake up. But
I was awake. When I said I went back to sleep, that was more of the, you go back to sleep and you just like lay there because you're.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, after 8 hours of sleep, I didn't expect him to actually go back to sleep. I just expected him to lay back down.
Gotcha. All right. So yeah, with that, Atzel says, "Well, I better wake up the stragglers so we can get a move on."
Yes,
And
that would be great.
he sort of nods, and he starts to walk away, but then he stops and turns back to you, Naf. He walks up and says, "I'm sorry, I did not get your name." And he reaches out his hand.
And Sir Naf, Paladin of AMA, of the Chosen.
He grabs your hand, and instead of a normal handshake, he sort of takes in your forearm as well, just sort of like a sort of handshake. Just from this handshake, you feel how muscular this creature is. That he's seen some war and seen some battles in his time, and you see him sort of looking, like he's looking at you. He's sort of gauging you, like looking you up and down. Just really. He doesn't care if you notice. He's just looking at you intently.
Sure. I'll make sure to, kind of present myself in such a way that that I both look impressive, but also that the symbol of AMA is prominent in the way that I'm standing.
Gotcha. He says, "Fellow Paladin, don't get too many of those."
No, we Chosen are few and far between, it seems.
Exactly.
Chosen.
And I do see that you are indeed chosen. And with that, he turns around and walks away to wake up the other sleepers. After a while, everyone comes to consciousness, and everyone is reunited, and yeah. So what are you going to do now?
I have a small rattlesnake on my shoulder. That's going to be new.
Yeah, that is new.
Yeah. It's my familiar.
Is that? Are you telling me that, or are you just?
Yeah, I'm bragging about it.
Like as you come out, you're like, "Hey, check out my familiar."
Yeah, check out the snake, my familiar.
Well, just because otherwise, it's I'm like smack.
Yeah.
Snake.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I reacted when I first met it, because it was in my sleeping bag while I was sleeping.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It's good to see you, sir. Now.
Yes. Well, it's good to see you as well, Onavok. Wish I could say the same for Sarkwan sometimes, but yeah. So.
Yeah, same here.
So, what news?
We're going to see a dragon.
Right. I mean, I assume that's why I'm.
Oh, we killed a thatch. Yeah.
Excellent.
I take the eye out of the pouch. I put it in and show him.
Okay,
that's
disgusting. Pull out the eye. It's large, meaty, and just still dripping with this sort of visceral sort of blood and guts that are like the gore that's still on it on the end. It's a bit disturbing just looking at an eye.
Yes,
but
that's disgusting, Sarkwan. I expected less from you.
I put it back in the pouch. I feel I have this kind of smile on my face, happy that I disturbed Naf. And then I'm gonna ask, can I stab Onavok yet?
Oh, I heard.
No, there's no.
Been a day.
Okay. I figured.
There is no stabbing of Onavok.
Not yet.
Okay. So yeah, I'll put the eye up, and then I'll basically say to Nath, it's good to have you back. We kind of need a healer sometimes, and that's all you're good for. I'll kind of walk away after mumbling that.
A point very well taught last session.
Yes.
Yeah. So everyone's gonna head off to New Hedge then?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't even think we're gonna be going into New Hedge unless there's someplace we can buy potions.
Yeah, that's also what I was thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
or buy other stuff too.
Head off to New Hedge then. You inform Atzel that you're ready to go. Atzel sort of gives a look of finally, and he just sort of leads you off into the direction of New Hedge.
On the way there, I'd like to see if I could strike up a conversation with him about why the escort of those that follow AMA. Are we seen as a threat here, or is there something else going on?
No threat. This escorting business is just something that I am required to do as part of the patrols around the borders of the plains and the wilds.
Okay. And what group are you that is charged with this guarding of the plains?
It's the group that I run.
Clearly, but you
mean who sent us?
Correct. Yes. Who sent you and
AMA herself sent us.
Ah. Well, blessed be. And with that, I'll just accept that. That's fine.
Okay.
From a paladin of AMA saying that he was sent directly by AMA, that's all I need.
All right.
Can I ask you something? Like, I'm gonna strike up a casual conversation with Naf, and I go, I'm gonna like while we're walking, look over at him, and I go, so is there a god for everything?
Oh, there are gods for many things, and many gods with many purposes, but AMA is by far clearly the greatest.
Yeah, I get that, because I know you think that, because you're a paladin of AMA, but that's a really subjective thought.
Off in the distance,
Fair,
outside, I'll go, it is not subjective, by the way, as he just continues
Yes,
to
it
walk.
is. What about all the paladins of Bahamut who would take your exact
Who is
stand?
Bahamut?
I have no clue. I just made up the name.
So how is that? So how would there be any paladins of them, and how would they believe the Bahamut is better?
It's just like, okay, so let's say oh god. Yeah. And I'm just don't get all offended by this. I'm just using this as an example because is it Gondor?
That's one of them, yes.
Okay, so I do remember that, and I don't have to say Garmosh. Gotcha. Okay, so think of a paladin of, I don't know, Gollendor, who is like really into his paladinhood and's been chosen by Gollendor. Now, he would feel the exact same way as you two feel about AMA, so that makes it the which god is better discussion subjective.
You hear outside go,
yeah, that's my reaction as well.
All I wanted to know if there's a god of protection from codfish. Jeez.
Oh my god. What a Sarquin thing to say. As you're having this conversation, it becomes later in the evening, more around the time you would usually sleep. You'd get camp, make camp, sleep for the night, wake up the next morning. Sarquin, now you can actually stab Onavok if you so wish.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to Onavok and I'm gonna grab him by the shoulder. And this is in front of everyone, like first thing in the morning.
Okay.
Like just as Onavok is waking up, put a hand on his shoulder and I go, "Are you ready, brother?"
Is that how you're waking me up?
No, like you're already awake and we're already getting like
okay.
set up and stuff. And so I'm like putting a hand on your shoulder and going, "Are you ready, brother?"
Do you have the knife out already?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm gonna take. No. Ah. Sarquin, do you want me to try something?
Okay, sure.
Do you think it would be a good idea for me to take my book from Cirrus and just ask him?
That would be a much better idea than me stabbing you, so you should probably do that first.
Oh yeah, that happened too. Onavok got a book from Ceres.
Okay.
That was a whole different kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was like it came from the heavens and almost knocked him unconscious.
Nice.
He failed a spot check and a reflex saving throw. So
nice.
It should have killed him.
It should have.
Chandler was being nice.
So he caught a death note from the sky. Got it.
It broke his
Essentially.
nose. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna open the book of Cirrus, and I'm just gonna write, Cirrus, what can you tell me about transferring a symbiote from one person to another?
Okay. You write it in the book. Nothing
Yep.
happens immediately.
And close the book.
Okay, close the book.
Okay.
And while they're doing their thing, they're
Their bro moment.
yes, exactly. I do want to ask Azio about what is AMA's interest in the halfling realms and the plains?
Atsael seems actually very intrigued and wants to continue this conversation. He says, the thing is, the halflings have always been a more pious group of people, especially towards AMA. They even have a great AMA temple in one of their cities. I believe that it was, I believe Hearthfire is the one. They have a great, fantastic temple there. Also, it was more of AMA wanting to protect her people
Absolutely,
in a way
of course
that she
she
can.
does.
So she
Absolutely.
sent us.
Well, that's fantastic. Having spent most of my life in Silverwell, I had no idea that the halflings were followers of AMA.
Yes, well, not all of them, but
Of course.
majority you will find AMA here, some Mikale, and a few others will follow whoever.
That is fantastic. Excellent. I am happy to be amongst our people.
Yes, and you actually see for the first time whoever's in the vicinity, Atsael, give a crack of a smile, but he quickly
Stifles it.
He quickly stifles it. Right back
Excellent.
to that no nonsense personality of his.
There is a human in there.
So I'll leave him be after that. I just was, in and out of character curious.
Gotcha.
So,
Nice.
I'm guessing we're going to be traveling, and, during the travel, I was going to do something. But if we're, going to be, right there, then...
You have about, from what Atsael is telling you, have about 3 hours or so before you reach New Hedge. So you have some time of travel.
So, as we're waiting for Cirrus to respond, and, as we're walking about an hour and a half, Sarquin pipes up after, an hour and a half of silence and goes, "So, could you just, make up a god and follow that, and eventually the god would become real because enough people believe in this god that doesn't exist?"
That is not the way it works.
Could you wish for a new god to be born and then follow that god?
You see Atsael stop in his tracks, turn immediately around, and stomp up towards you, getting right up in your face, and he says,
I'm backing up.
"No."
Hey, I'm not well versed in the gods. I'm just asking questions.
You hear that same growl that you first heard from him.
I growl back.
He just sort of turns around and continues on walking, passing you, Naf, and he just looks at you, Naf, for a second, and he just shakes his head.
And I was just gonna say, and as he's walking by and looks at me, I'm shaking my head as well.
It's just simultaneous. You look at each other, you both shake in the same. It's just like a mirror. It's just.
Yep. It's like, oh god.
Yeah.
And then since I got such a reaction, about half an hour later, I'm gonna pipe up again and go, "So, since I don't follow God, is my soul gonna be torn apart and thrown into oblivion when I die?"
Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, that would be pretty awesome. I would enjoy that.
Oh, gosh.
Atsael Pop chimes in and says, "I do not know. You have to find that out for yourself."
And with that, I'm gonna send up a silent prayer, AMA, help this poor soul.
Gotcha. All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about? The last 30 minutes or so before you reach New Hedge, you see in the distance lot of different, what seems small at this distance, various sizes of houses and buildings off in the distance. At this point, Otsael turns to everyone and says, "Right, so," he points over, and he says, "That is New Hedge. It's mainly a merchants, things like that. So, don't do anything stupid. And...
Stupid? Me? Never.
Of course. Now, I'm going into the city first. Make sure that no one attacks you on sight for having such evil creatures with you.
They're not evil.
They have proven that they are not fully evil. I do not trust it yet. I will tell them not to attack on sight. And at least treat them with hospitality. It's the least I can do for them proving themselves.
Oh, yeah, do you want us to make rolls for me and Namrock trying to teach Zab common?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, no, it'd be you, but you'd have advantage because Narok is helping you.
Okay, so... Sorry, I have to open everything because I had to refresh at one point, and
that's fine. While you're doing that, Otsael is continuing. He says, "So, that's New Hedge. Do as you please. I'm going to have to get back to my post after I smooth those two over people." And at that, you see him shift, his armor magically disappearing as it turns back into this hound like form.
And as he's taking off, I'll kind of shout after him, "Thank you for your thank you for your help and your service to AMA."
You hear sort of like a grunt of recognition back from him as you see Otsael dart off into the distance towards the town.
Gotcha.
So, is it diplomacy?
He didn't say how long we should wait, or did he mention that he was coming back for us?
He did not.
Okay.
All he said was that he needed to get back to his post, and he was going to basically go talk things over with the people of New Hedge.
So we'll wait till we see him come back out of the town then.
All right.
Before I start moving in anyway.
Okay.
Or let the goblin bugbear to go.
So what check was it? I
believe it was some sort of intelligence, I think.
Okay, so I'll just roll straight.
So automatic failure for Sarquin. Got it.
If it was wisdom, it'd be automatic failure.
Yeah, for wisdom.
Intelligence is just something of 20.
Okay. I'm
gonna see if I crit with it.
Yeah, because of Narok knowing it.
No.
Nope. Okay. Actually, with the couple of days you've had and the previous amount of time you've spent traveling with Zab and Narok, you've been seeing some improvement in Zab's language skills. You know that he can't read anything in common or anything, but you know that he's like, getting. He's getting it.
Well, we don't need him to do that. We just need him to be able to converse with people.
Yeah, but that's what he's getting more and more words. He's almost to the point of having a semi-regular conversation. He's not there yet, but he's getting there.
Yeah, I'm also going to be trying to teach him, morals. I'm going to try to teach him what morals are. And it's not going to be like.
That's a disaster. He's going to end up more evil than he started.
No, it's going to be pretty cut and dry. He's basically going to teach Zab the morals that he was taught in the City of Leaves, because he knows if he teaches Zab his morals, it's going to fuck things up. Because he's like, gotcha. I talk to dragons and gods at a whim. I'm not going to tell Zab to do the same.
Okay, gotcha. So about 30 minutes later, you see the form of Otsael charging back towards you. He sort of stops, looking at you, just sort of confused, like, why haven't you gone to the city yet? But at that point, he sort of, in his dog form, just speaks out and says, "You can go in now. It's fine."
Is there a place for potions?
Of course, it's a city comprised of mainly merchants and salesmen and saleswomen.
Nap's just shaking his head again. Like,
okay, well,
I told you this.
Well, you didn't say specifically they had potions. No, I've been in the city, just not normally ones this small.
So, man, is that a halfling crack?
Oh,
You better be
No,
careful with that before
sorry,
we get
it was
into the
funny.
city. Here,
No, it's-
Sarquin.
No, it's
Yeah.
I was born in the city of leaves, and that's probably a pretty big city.
yeah, City of Leaves is very big.
Could have been halfling crack. I don't know how Sarquin thinks.
Sarquin just talks. He just
Yeah. He has no filter. He has ADHD, but they don't know what ADHD is, so he's just like a weird guy.
of course. With that, Atsael sort of says, "Right, I must be off. I must reconvene with Rafa and Theris. Good day to all of you.
It may be with you.
Good day.
I may be with you as well." And you then see him just start booking it back the way you came. Occasionally you see him disappear and reappear further on down the road. But yeah, he's practically gone at this point.
I'm gonna mumble to myself, AMA, how could you choose such assholes?
Oh my gosh.
How many times have we saved your ass now?
I don't know, you weren't there for it.
I was there for at least one of them.
Yeah. Alright, so everyone's gonna go into the city then?
Yeah, with
Yep.
with
Alright.
his approval, yeah, we're heading in.
I
Alright,
have like
perfect.
200 gold.
What kind of
a
city did you say it was?
A mercantile city.
Yeah, mainly merchants
Trade.
and
Yeah.
trade. That's the main thing in New Hedge, from what
Hopefully
you gathered
I was
from
out of
Atso.
Spellburn. Not Spellburn, Silverwell.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so with that, you all move into the city. As you get closer and closer, there seems to be a lot of smaller buildings than smaller homes, sort of more compact, and various different styles from what you can see. Not really one particular style. They all sort of look different in their own regard. At least some sort of thing is unique with each of these buildings, whether it be a different color roof or a different material that they used or the type of window that they have. Something is unique to each of these buildings. As you walk up, you see that this town right now it's about midday or so, and it is just, from what you can tell when you walk into the city itself, down the main walkway, you see that there are a bunch of people walking around talking. You see various guards in armor standing around making sure everything's okay. As you walk into it, guards give you a once over look, making sure nothing looks suspicious, all that sort of stuff. You walk down this main hallway, and as you sort of get into the heart of the city, you see that it sort of opens up in sort of this circular fashion. There's sort of like a giant. It's not a square because it's not a square, but
Yeah.
like a circle square, if that makes sense.
Yeah, the city square is a
circle. Yeah, there we go. The city square is a circle, and from what you can gather, this area is where all of the pop-up vendors are. You see various vendors. You see storefronts that are right off next to them. All doors are open. You see people out in front calling people in to buy their goods. It's a pretty lively town.
Cool.
I have stuff like I need to sell, by the way.
Okay.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna hit the restroom real fast. So I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna be selling the 30 gold worth of jewelry and splitting that with Onabak.
Gotcha,
Oh,
cool.
thanks,
So you can mark off that 30 gold jewelry in your inventory, and you now have the 30 gold. So split 50.
And now I'm gonna try to sell the 3 pounds of rough gems to someone.
Okay. Like just anyone.
No, I'm gonna find a jeweler.
Okay, so in this main circle area, you see a couple different pop-up vendors that have different jewelry and gems on their tables in search of selling. You also see that one of the storefronts has a sort of like a diamond shape in it, like as a.
I'm gonna check that because I don't want to sell to a vendor because I think they'll undercut me more than a
An actual
shopkeeper.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you walk up to this store, and as you walk in through the open door, you walk in. You see that there is a halfling woman behind the counter right now, dealing with a customer. She says, "Thank you for your patronage." As she reaches out her hand, shakes hands with the customer, and sort of scoops the money that she just made down. She ducks behind the counter. You hear her clanking of coins and closing of boxes, things like that. As she comes back up, she goes, "Ah, oh, hello. What can I do for you?"
I was wondering, do you make jewelry here?
Not here, unfortunately. I can surely say
Well,
guide
I
you
was
to a
just
jeweler.
wondering if you would know anywhere where I could, I don't know, sell about 3 pounds of rough gems.
I'm very interested in gems. That's what my business is all about: buying and trading and selling of gems,
Okay.
as well as fine gems and things of that nature. So if you want, we could do business right here.
Oh, that would be fine. I take out the bag or just like the assorted rough gems I got, and I put them all out in front of her so she can look at all of them, so she
Okay.
doesn't have to just see one of them and like judge by that.
Gotcha. So you lay them all out. She just says, "All right. Is this all of them?"
Yes, it is.
Okay. She reaches
What?
behind the counter, pulls out this little contraption, more like a spyglass sort of thing for inspecting. She places it up against her eye, brings up one of them, one of the rough gems, looks at it, is like, "Oh, okay. Not the best, but that's all right." Places that one aside, takes up another one that looks different, looks like, "Oh, all right." And she does that for about like 5 of them, just to like get a sample from the 3
Yeah.
pounds. After a while, she goes, "Right. So, based on what I looked at and the amount you have here, I'd say this maybe. Let's see." She sort of, you see her sort of calculating in her head how much they would be. It's like, "I would probably put these gems about. In their condition, they're not polished or cut. I'd say maybe 150 gold."
I think, and I go, for the lot, since you could make a lot of money.
But I do
off
have to
of
get them
this.
cut and polished.
Yes.
That take a lot of time and money.
Yes, I was thinking just up it by 25, a good 175 gold, and I'd say we call it a deal.
175?
175.
Yes, I can make that work, actually.
Okay. I'm gonna shake her hand and just give her the gems and take the 175 gold.
Okay, so you shake her hands. She pulls out a little ledger from behind, and she opens it up. It's like, here, if you could please sign here and there, and what we agreed on right there, and that would be perfect.
I sign everything, and basically I don't try to do anything.
Okay,
sneaky. I just sign everything.
All right, cool. So you sign it. The amount of
She
gold.
laughs maniacally and turns into Satan. No.
I know, really. It's just like.
Well, I mean,
we're-
I don't. He doesn't really know like how much they would be worth on their own, and he does know that since they are rough, it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of money to get them into selling shape. So he just figured that 175 to 200 would be a good deal, and he doesn't really try to push it too far.
Okay, so after you signing all the stuff, she pushes the gems off to one side, goes underneath, brings out a box, opens it up, and brings out a couple of bags. And she says, "Okay, it's 50, like each of these bags are worth 50. She places out however much the total amount of gold agreed upon, and she pushes it towards you, pushes the gems backwards, and she says, "Pleasure doing business with you." And she reaches out her hand one more time.
I shake it and nod, and I say, "A pleasure doing business with you, too. If I find any more gems, I'll be sure to bring them here."
Of course.
And then I walk out, and I'm going to split the gold with Onavok again.
Okay.
So
You're
it's
so
half of what-
generous to me, Sarquin. What is this?
Well,
He's
you were
buying
generous to
your
me.
love.
You gave me like half of your gold before, so.
That's true. Generosity breeds generosity. Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. So what's everyone else doing during this time while Sarquin went off into a shop?
Oh, by the way, you get 87 gold and 5 silver from that.
Okay.
So we're in. Let's see. So
You're in the main bustling area
Yeah.
of the pop-up vendors. You see a whole bunch of different people, a whole bunch of different races shouting out. It's like basically trying to vie for anyone's attention right now.
Is this when Sarko and it was gone, or is this?
This is still
get
like
back?
he left to go into that shop. Everyone else is just standing outside.
I'm looking around for a temple of AMA because it's it's clear there would likely be at least a small one somewhere around since they have a major one in was it Hearthfire?
All right. You look around for a bit. It doesn't seem like there's anything in the center here, but you do see that what looks to be what may be a temple off to the east side of the city, just based on the height of it compared to everything else. But other than that, you can't really detect if that is one without going near it from where you are.
Okay. Depending on what Onavok's doing and how long Sarkin ends up taking, I'd be heading that way eventually.
I'm just going to turn to Eliza and ask, Eliza, would you like to go shopping after Sarquin gets back?
I don't know. I've never been shopping before, so...
Well, perfect.
Oh God, you're gonna spend all that money I'm getting you on Eliza, getting her fine
I'm not
clothes and
doing
shit?
that. I'm not stupid.
Okay. I want Sarquin, you come back with the money. You split it with Onavok. I want everyone to make a spot check.
Oh, spot check.
Yeah. See if you notice what's going on around town. 'Cause that's always fun, right?
Oh, by the way,
Especially
I'm
when
keeping
someone's
all
trying
the
to
gold.
kill you,
Not
or-
in the keeping all the gold. There's no gold in my pockets. It's all in my pack that's
Okay.
sealed up tight. So because I don't want to get pickpocketed,
Cool.
Oh,
Sarquin, go ahead and make a spot check. Onavok, you're just staring at Eliza right now.
Yep.
You're just like you just nothing else. Just like tunnel vision
You're
right now.
starstruck, buddy.
Sarquin, you got a
I'm
10.
starstruck by all this gold.
Yeah, you're still looking to see how much gold you got. You didn't get ripped off or anything, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Naf, you look around and you look over to one side of the opposite side of the town circle, and you notice a pop-up vendor there with seems very familiar from back in Grey Rock. You see a gnomish woman. Tan
Why didn't I
skin.
see?
You see two animals near her, and she is sort of has a cart behind her, and is in the process of shouting as loud as she can for perfectly peculiar potions. But no one seems to be really interested at the moment.
Okay.
I want to go there so much, but I don't know about it.
No, you don't.
Exactly,
Nope.
and I'm gonna keep it that way.
Well, actually,
I make a mental note of it, and
I probably
figure out
would figure out about it because I am
eventually.
looking for places that sell potions next. So
That is true, but as of right now, you don't notice her.
yeah, I know. I'm
Yeah.
just
As
right
soon
now. I'm
as
just
I-
standing in the middle of the street looking at gold.
Since that's across the circle, I'm as soon as I notice her, I'm like, oh no, and I'm gonna start heading towards what I think is the temple.
You head off towards the that side of the city.
Bye now. I don't know where you're going, but I'll see you later.
I think there's a temple over here.
Okay, have fun.
Oh my gosh.
It's a storehouse, and you just walk in, and they're confused.
Well, he didn't say anything, so his character just walked away from the group.
No, I was looking around. I'd stop for a second, and then I start walking the other way and say,
Yeah.
I think there's a temple over this way. I'm going to head this way. You should come to the temple.
Gotcha. So you head off towards that direction. It takes about 20 minutes or so to even get remotely close to the big building.
To the distance or the amount of people or combo?
Mainly distance, but with the people it takes a little bit longer.
Gotcha.
So it's about a half hour trying to navigate through the people in the main center, first of all, because it's so busy at this time of day. As you sort of go off into the side streets and the less traveled areas of the city, it thins out a little bit. You see multiple different shops, things like you see a potion shop, you see a small armory there, you see a whole bunch of different things. You see multiple taverns on your way. One catches your eye because it has a very distinct logo on it, but nothing too out of the ordinary.
One tavern or shop?
The tavern has a really odd but distinct logo on it that's just like, that's really interesting.
What's the logo?
It seems like it is a goodness. Gosh, okay.
The Yawning Man. Got it. That seems like a sleepy tavern.
Yeah.
The Yawning Yak. That's no. Oh, now I really want to use. I want to use that now.
No, you should just keep it.
Yeah, it has a picture of a man that is like in mid yawn, like with a nightcap on, just stretching out in a chair. That's what it is.
Hey, it's one of my notes. It's gonna be canon. So
it's gonna be canon. Yep. Yeah.
Cool. That is an odd but distinct logo.
So you make your way down, going through the town. You come across the building that looked to be the Temple of AMA. You spot it for a little bit. You sort of look at it from the top down. The very top just looks like a very tall sort of building, but nothing is distinct about it in regards to AMA. But as you look down, sort of scan the ground, there are actually a couple of statues in front of it that sort of resemble a winged woman that has a shield on her side. So you're pretty much guessing that this is probably the place you're looking for.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, then I'm going to go ahead and, if it's open, which generally the temples are, even if they're not doing anything in particular, I'm going to stop in and make a 10% tithe.
Okay.
Which works out to a whopping 2 gold from me.
Hey, I mean that's still good though.
Full tithe, yeah.
Full tithe, yeah. So you walk in with coins, the 2 coins in hand. You see fellow worshippers in more ceremonial sort of robes. You don't really see much of armor or weapons here at the moment. You believe this is more of a come and worship sort of thing, not like a...
Sure.
Not the same as in Silverwell where they are armored and they could, help out if needed. This is more of a sort of laid back sort of vibe you're getting from this.
That's okay.
You walk in, one of the halfling people in there right now, one of them walks up to you in this sort of light blue with white robes on. He walks up to you. You see that he has a sort of longer sideburns and sort of a messy sort of hair. He says, hello, fellow worshipper of AMA then. Pleasure.
Yes, Paladin Neff, or Sir Neff, Paladin of AMA.
Welcome to our temple.
Yes, may her blessings be upon your temple.
May blessings be upon you as well. What do you come here to do today? Pray? We have a praying room out in the back, or we could just sit and soak in all of the atmosphere. It's up to you entirely. And if you do wish to donate to our temple here, we do have a donation box on that side. And he sort of points off to the side. You see a very humble, sort of simple box off to the side.
Of course, I am here to tithe and, take in some of the alternate styles of worship of AMA. I'm a foreigner in this land.
Where are you from, then?
I hail from Silverwell originally, but traveling for the King of Greyrock.
Ah, very noble cause. Well, I do welcome you. And if you have any questions, please be sure to contact one of us in these robes. And he gestures towards his robes.
Of course.
Says, "Good day to you." And he
Good day.
turns and walks back off to what he was doing beforehand.
Okay, cool. I'll of course, go over and make my donation into the box, and sit and pray for a short while, mostly for Sarquin, and then just take in the atmosphere of the temple itself, because it does seem to be a pretty impressive building, and then head back out to the hustle and bustle of the town.
Okay. And
what kind of man wants to be torn apart when he dies?
Oh my gosh. And
no, it's more like help that poor people. He has no idea what's going on.
But yeah, as you sit there after tithing, you sit there and sort of take in the atmosphere. It is very different from the hustle and bustle outside. It's like a completely different world that you stepped into. It's like a sort of unwritten rule that once you step into this temple, it is solemn. It is as quiet as you can be. Let everyone do their thing, sort of thing.
Right.
And after a while, you get up, say your goodbyes if you want, and head back to the hustle and bustle of the entire city of New Hedge.
Yes, I will thank the priest that introduced himself to me, and then head back out.
Okay. The priest bows to you as you leave. Then you walk back out. So as you're walking back to the center then?
Yep.
Okay. Walking back to the center, you're passing the same sort of shops, the same sleeping, yawning man.
Yeah, and
sign.
I'm going to be actually looking for Onabak and Sarquin.
Okay. As you're walking down, you notice that what you didn't see anybody there beforehand. You see a young halfling girl in very tattered, ragged clothes, sort of curled up on the side of the road, and no one else is in the vicinity that is walking towards you or away from you at this moment.
Halfling girl, you said?
Yeah, from what you can tell, she's curled up. It's a very young halfling girl.
Is she awake, or just like?
From what you can tell, she looks awake. You can see her breathing. She looks like she's just lying down on the ground.
Okay, I'll actually stop and approach her and, say AMA's blessings. Are you okay? Are you lost?
Just, no, I just, I come here to try to find food or money to buy things. That's all.
Where's your family?
You see her go quiet.
Oh, great, you stepped in that minefield.
Well, why wouldn't I? I'm a paladin. Come on now.
But yeah, she's not answering you.
Okay, well, is there something you need right now?
Honestly, I just need even a little bit of money so I can buy some food.
Okay. I will hand her my remaining 19 gold.
As you pull out this gold, and
like just the full pouch. I'm
just
going to give her the whole pouch.
The full pouch.
Yeah.
Just plops it in her really tiny halfling hands. She's sort of taking it. I was like, no. This is way too much. No.
Well, this should help you, be able to take care of yourself for the next, however long you need to, and hopefully, you won't starve and you won't be cold or in want of anything. This may even buy you a place to stay for a while.
You see that her eyes are going wide and sort of in shock, not really knowing what to do with this hefty amount of gold that you've plopped in her hands.
I'm gonna spend it all on liquor, and then she runs off.
Oh my gosh.
That's fine.
You see her look up at you, and there are little bits of tears forming in her eyes as she just sort of clutches it in one hand and runs up to you and tries to give you a hug, but it doesn't wrap around the entire way because of how young and tiny she is.
Oh no, you might have created another paladin of AMA. How dare you?
So, well, and I'll pat her on the head and, kind of gently, return the hug, and pat her on the back a little bit as well as I can to indicate that it's, she is very welcome to it.
Okay. After a while, she releases and she sort of just smiles and says, I gotta go find the others. Thank you. And she just turns and starts running off down a different alleyway.
Okay, I'll just make a mental note of kind of and watch until I can't, until I can't see her anymore. Just to kind of make a mental note of which alleyway and where she is and which direction in general she's heading as far as I can see.
Okay. Go ahead and make a... See, what would this be?
Spot check?
No.
Like tracking, survival, some kind, I don't know.
No, this is for a different thing.
Okay.
It's not for that. Let's see. No, it's not. So I can't think of the
Listen.
thing. Listen. How well do you hear her? No, the thing I wanted to... I can't remember if there's a skill or not, but do a wisdom check, because I can't think of the actual skill that would fall under. But
boom.
Okay. As you watch the little girl run off, you have a strange feeling, a warm feeling, one that you recently had in Silverwell.
Ah. Oh, good. Hey, May smiles on us.
One that you didn't recognize it beforehand, but one of your hands is a bit hot right now.
Oh, good. I'm going to obviously inspect it and remove my gauntlet or glove if I have to.
Okay, so it takes you a little while to get the gauntlet and gloves off, but as you look at it, it doesn't look like there's anything different off of just what it is, but if you want to make a little bit of a do a search.
I was gonna say I want to see if I can with my other hand maybe trace which spots it might be on or.
Okay. Yeah. Do a search check since it's so close to you.
Sure.
And you're trying to figure out what's going on.
And that's the one because I'm farsighted.
Yep.
It's hard. That's hard for me.
You're looking at both your hands. Nothing seems to be different. It's just oddly warm and hot on one of them.
Well, I'll make another mental note of it and, say a quick prayer for the girls' health and safety and future fortune and continue on into town while walking, trying to reestablish my glove hand.
Okay, you make your way back to the main area, meet up with the rest of the group wherever they are in that area. Everyone else wanted to go to other potion shops, things like that, I believe.
Yeah, I was actually wanting to go on a shopping spree with Eliza and waste all the money.
Yeah.
I don't care if other people come. I want to go shopping.
No, I'm gonna be looking. I'm not gonna be looking for a potion shop because I'm not really. Because I know that there are stands that sell potions, so I'm not really keen on going to a potion shop because there's no real reason. I'm here now, so I'm just gonna look at all the different potion stands and pick one out.
Okay. Random. There's a couple potion stands that you can see. There's one literally.
Well, I'm gonna look at all of them and see which one has the better selection.
Okay, basically. Go ahead and make a spot check to see about that.
Can I make two to see if I spot the halfling yelling?
What?
No.
No. It's just the one. You don't know she's
15.
there.
Well, yeah, that's what the other spot check was. I'm looking at the stands.
Okay, so you're looking at the stands. You notice that there are about like 3 or 4 of them. You see that one of the stands seems to have more healing type of potions, and it's pretty close by you. That one seems to be a pretty good selection. Another one is just a wide range of randomness that is there. Another one seems to be similar, more half healing, half whatever they could find. And you notice off way on the other side, you can swear that there's a familiar face over there, but you don't. From this distance, so many people, you don't really know who it is, but it's just like something over there seems familiar. But you know that the better of the potion selections, like healing and stuff, are near you.
Well, I'm heading to that first, and then I'm gonna head over to the people I remember. I'm heading to the healing ones.
Okay, so you go up to the healing ones. There are a lot of different healing potions there. The person there is basically saying, healing potions, cure light wounds, over and over again. And he also says, have some cuts, we can heal them, and all that sort of stuff. Trying to sell it.
Yeah.
As you walk up, he basically gives you the prices of
of nothing. You get prices for nothing.
Nothing.
He's like, you want them? Take them, and just throws them all at me.
I love how you always go for the most beneficial thing for you in these.
Yeah, because I want good fortune to befall my character, but Starkland's
yeah,
like
then you should probably try being nicer.
It is how he
What are you
did
talking
stuff,
about, nicer? He has ADHD. He's too hyper to be nice.
It is how he ended up with a symbiote, and
Yeah, it's still yet to be
giant
seen whether or not that's any good.
I mean, the gods weren't telling me not to do it, so I did it.
It's playing the long con for him.
Yeah.
He's gonna wait till he actually needs it severely for something, and it's gonna be like, nope.
Well, it already tried to take control once, so you know.
What a shock.
It
Have
was fun.
you ever watched Stargate? Good God.
No, I haven't actually.
Oh my goodness. Damn kids with your music.
Damn kids with your music.
So, Novak, what are you getting in town?
well, the plan was. Well, out of character, I don't know if you knew this, but Onivok's totally going after Eliza.
Oh, okay. That's not shocking.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
That's awesome.
He saw a vampire and was like, yeah.
Hey.
Hey,
Undead but not dead. I like
Yeah.
it.
you're on the gray line.
Yeah. And then we figured out that a half vampire can turn people into a full vampire, so it was even better.
But
Nice.
I'm 90% sure you have to be able to be a full vampire. So that's the one issue.
Well, like I said, it's an alignment shift because you have to eat like innocent people. And like I said, you could
You
like
can
forgo
survive
the
off
alignment
animals.
shift.
That's what I'm going to ask him. I'm
Well, I
gonna
would say,
ask her
like,
about
you
that.
It's really
forgo-
just blood, but I mean, yes,
Yeah.
obviously, human blood is by far the best, and like, you know, and then like the more innocent, the better it's gonna taste. But by the same token, you don't have to do that.
Well,
Yeah.
what I was leaning towards was he becomes a vampire, then finds someone who willingly like lets him feed off them once a day, and so he sates his thirst, and then he's not evil because he has someone willingly giving him blood.
Which I don't know if that's a thing, but
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it doesn't mean we can't try it. It's not like you have to drain all their blood.
I could also become a half vampire.
I was gonna say that might be easier because then you don't have to worry about only traveling at night and nonsense like that.
I mean, you don't have to only travel at night. You just have to wear like a cloak, basically.
Oh, you just have to be protected from direct.
Yeah, from direct sunlight. That's the problem. Because if you get in direct sunlight, you start to take damage every
Basically,
second.
you'd have to wear a cloak, a mask, things that go over your eyes so your eyes don't get exposed.
So you just
to
wear
it.
one of those like long nosed plague mask things.
Oh, that yeah. Be a little weird, but you know.
Hey,
No,
you're a
I'm a doctor. It's fine.
So where did Chandler go? What happened to him?
I think
cut out.
I just think his connection or something failed again,
All
or
right.
his laptop died.
All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom while he's gone.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's a good idea. I should go again.
Yeah, sure. He'll come back in like 5 seconds.
And we'll be all gone.
Yeah.
Can you not hear me?
Hey, there he is.
I've been muted
there.
this entire time. What?
It like cut out mid sentence, dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
That's why I was like, you get nothing. Yeah, because you just like cut.
Because I was trying to like tell the prices and like everyone was talking. I'm like, why isn't anyone listening to me?
No, I just didn't want to listen to the DM.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so the prices for the potions, a lot of them that he has are 50 gold apiece, and they're Cure Light Wounds potions. 50 gold for one. Then he says, if you're really adventurous, we can get a even better healing potion for 300.
Oh god, I'll take oh god. Do I know how much a Cure Light Wounds would heal me? Like if I was really battered and bruised, would it take me like
it would heal you
really
a little
good?
bit, not like to full or anything. If you took some damage, it might heal you up a little bit. But it's what it means. It's like if you get cut a couple times, you're bleeding a little bit, but you're not bloodied or anything. It does its job pretty well. And in a pinch, it can give you the boost of health that you need.
I'll
Crazy.
I'll just nod to the guy and say I'll think about it and I'll come back if I made my decision. But
not gonna find any other better prices though, so
yeah,
might as well just buy from me.
I definitely will.
I could lower them just a little bit for your convenience. 45. How about 45 each for the Cure Light Wounds potions? That is a steal.
Right. Yeah. No.
Are you sure that was? If you're turning me away, you're not going to get any better prices than that. I can guarantee you.
Yeah, but we have a healer.
Then why are you here at my potion stand? Please go away if you're not going to buy.
Well, I was trying to, but then you stopped me.
I did not stop you. You just did not want to buy.
You did.
If anyone wants to buy potions,
and then I'm gonna go to the familiar face.
Okay, you walk over to the familiar face. You see, before you see the familiar face, you see a very, very familiar warthog sitting there, sleeping, snoring, with the one that you shot in its leg. You see that this is definitely Bartholomew, the warthog. And, well, you see Lena standing behind her counter, currently messing with bottles and stuff.
Hey! Hey! And I just start putting it in and I go, hey! I poured that potion, that black potion. It turned out to be a symbiote. I show her my hand.
She sort of takes it back, like, oh.
It's pretty awesome, but now I have someone else in my head. It's kind of weird. I talk to myself sometimes, but I'm not actually talking to myself. I'm talking to the symbiote. It's weird. Anyway, more potions, right?
Sure, if you want.
Okay, so I'm gonna... Okay, what types of potions are there? And how much were they again?
For her, 5 gold each, but you have no clue what any of these potions are. They're all different.
I know.
They're all different sized.
All
different
I'm gonna
colors.
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna do like Arcana checks to make sure they're like actually potions.
Okay,
like,
go ahead and do that.
All right, I'm back.
Well, no, like what colors are there that I can? Like,
oh, gotcha. There are a few red and pink ones. There are a few green ones there. Those are the main colors there. There's nothing really else.
Okay, I'll grab a pink one, and I'm gonna do an Arcana check.
All right, go ahead.
because you know Arcana is amazing for me. 26.
Okay, you see that this one is indeed a Cure Light Wounds potion. That's like a immediate, oh, duh, I just saw them over on that guy's stand.
Yeah.
This is like almost the exact same coloration.
Does she have multiple of
There
these?
are multiple of these on the stands.
How many of them? Because I'm gonna take all of them.
Gotcha. Right now, there are about 3 of those on the potion stands itself that she's
Didn't she say
displaying.
you get a discount if you buy 3?
She said that when you first met with her.
Okay. I'm gonna take 3 and I go, does the discount still apply or do I need to pay full price for these?
Discount? Did I say discount last time?
Yeah, you said a discount for 3, but if that offer has expired, I mean, I'll pay full price.
Unfortunately, yeah, that was a one-time thing. Full price, please.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, mark that off.
Hold on. Let me just... Okay, so that's minus 15 gold.
Yeah.
Okay,
They're 5 each?
For hers, yeah, because she has no idea what they are, so...
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm gonna look at...
I mean, she's
what
making
other-
money right now, but
Yeah.
she has
What
no
other
clue what these
color-
things are.
Yeah. What other colors were there? that you
There are a
said?
couple reds in there right now, and some greens that you don't really know, like various shades of those colors.
Okay. Take, what are the reds? Like, is there, like, a different shade of red, or are they all the same shade?
There are various shades, like very subtle differences, like a little bit darker, a little bit lighter.
I'm gonna take, like, the, pick up the darker one, and I'm gonna, like, inspect that to see
Okay,
it.
do another Arcana.
Because I got a plus 10 on my Arcana. I have like a bonus because I like am, I started out with it, and then I have the 8 ranks I put in it.
I don't really.
Oh god.
This one.
Is it just magical?
Let's see about this. Hold on. Where's the stinking? There it is. Ba-dup. Yeah, this one, you're not too familiar what this thing is. You're sort of racking your head around it. Not really something you know too much about. You're at a loss for what this one is.
Okay. I'm gonna set that one down and bring up one of the brighter green shades and see if I know that.
Okay.
And if not, I'm gonna probably just take a educated guess and just like buy it.
Okay.
Because these are really cheap priced.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Oof.
24.
Okay. Let's see what that one is. That one is. This one, you recognize this one as a Endure Elements potion. Which means that this creature can endure elements. It's protected by elements, suffers no harm from being in hot or cold environments, and it can exist comfortably between -50 and 140 degrees without making fortitude saves. That lasts for a little bit.
So, are there any other ones that look like this, or is this the only one?
That's the only one that looks like that one.
Okay, so I'm gonna give her the 5 gold for that because that's a steal.
Okay. She goes,
And then I'm gonna.
Thank you.
Did you say there was a purple one?
No, there doesn't seem like there's any purple ones out right here. It's more reds and greens that are out, and pinks.
Okay, so wait, I thought I bought all the pinks.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Like at first it was reds, greens, and pinks. You bought the pinks. There are still reds and greens out there right now. And she's like, "Let's restock," and she's just like talking to herself.
I go, well, I mean, it's good that you have to restock, right? At buying everything.
She's like, "True."
Yeah, and I go, I'll pick up the potion that I already inspected and give her another 5 gold.
Okay.
That red one that you said I don't know much about.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I'm just gonna put red potion, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll probably look at it again, or have like Mark look at it and see.
Yeah, and then like through that we don't have to do that. Like later on you'll figure out it's like, oh, this potion basically allows you to jump better. So it's like it'll give you bonuses for jumping.
Okay. Well,
So-
in armor, I probably need that if I ever need to jump.
Yeah. So
Okay, so that seems like pretty good. I'm gonna go find Onavok now.
All right, Onavok, what are you gonna do?
Um, Onavak has always been interested in anything that is a magical item. So anything that is enchanted with either a certain type of damage or something that helps you, just like the pendant he's wearing that he
Okay.
got from the king.
All right, cool.
So he's going to go look for a table with Eliza, of course.
Okay, Eliza is just sort of following you at this point. She just doesn't know what to do. But you look around the tables, you see a whole bunch of different tables and pop-up vendors. Many of them are selling different kinds of jewelry, rings, necklaces, bracelets, a whole bunch of different stuff. Nothing really catches your eye so much right now. This is mainly like knickknacks sort of stuff that's sort of being sold in the main area. You see a whole bunch of different potion stands as well. After a while, you're sort of giving up on this vendor area. It seems like if there were magical items, they wouldn't be out in the open like this. In order to do that, you have to go into the city or ask around to sort of find where that would be.
Okay.
But that would be really easy to do if you wanted to do that.
Can I make a roll to see who would be best to ask?
Yeah, go ahead and make a search check.
Okay. Because I want to find someone that actually knows what they're talking about, not like just some
random dude on the street.
Citizen. Oh, geez,
yeah,
of course.
You're looking around. This is an unfamiliar area. This is something you've never really experienced before. Trying to look for magical items in a new city. You have no idea where to go. You have no idea who to ask. It's just you have no clue.
Okay, well, I'm gonna ask Eliza. Eliza, is there anything you'd like to look at?
She's like, to be honest, I don't really know. Not one to really like jewelry or any of that flashy sort of stuff. So all this stuff sort of just to me.
Well, I know you've never been shopping before, but is there anything you'd like to look that might have like sentimental value, or we could look at weapons, or there's lots of things we could look at. Clothes. See him stop. Word.
She sort of thinks for a minute. She's like, to be honest, I mean, probably some crossbow bolts. I got a little low when we were fighting that, but other than that, I can't really think of anything right now.
Alright, so I'm gonna look for a weapon shop.
Okay, it's pretty easy to find. There are many different small weapon shops around the city. About 5 minutes away from the central town, you come across a small weapon shop. You go in, you see that there's a whole bunch of different random sort of weaponry. You see arrows, bolts, things like that. Eliza sort of goes like, "Oh, okay." She walks up and then starts talking to the person that's running the shop, and ends up buying a couple of bolts, giving them her money over. She's like, "Okay, thank you," and she comes back to you and she's like, "Okay, I'm done. I don't know what else to look for."
Alright, I'm actually gonna go up to the weapon shop as well.
Okay, you go into the weapon shop then?
Yeah.
So you're going to go into the weapon shop. You see in there a human male currently working the front desk, basically, currently putting away money as he looks over and gives you a wave as a recognition.
Hello. I was wondering if you had... Oh gosh, I don't know how to pronounce this weapon. Kukuri? I might be saying that right?
The kukuri. Yeah. He goes, let's see here. Go kukuri? I don't know. He's like, let's see here. Let me check in the back for you.
Alright, thank you.
He looks back. Not even 2 minutes later, he walks out and is like, "Sorry, I don't have that sort of exotic weaponry here. You might want to look for a different shop for that. Sorry, buddy."
That's alright. So, I mean, I'll go out and then I'll try a different shop.
Okay, as you walk, you're just like, you might want to try a shop just down the road. He sort of motions with his hands to go down that way.
All right.
Down a different alleyway, basically.
All right. So I'll go down that way with Eliza.
Okay, you come across this shop based on the description that was given to you. You walk in and you see a halfling male behind the counter, and he's just sort of looking really bored and just tapping his finger on the desk right now, just like you see him almost nodding off to sleep a couple of times.
I walk in. I'm just like, "Hello, good sir."
Just hello, hi. He sort of rubs his eyes. Just what can I do for you?
You're not drunk, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
It's been really slow today.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was coming and wondering if you had a cookery for sale.
Kukuri, you say?
Yeah.
You might have one in the back. I can go check for you. Here.
Alrighty.
Ugh. He gets up from the desk and begins to walk into the back. After a while, he comes back out and sorry, I'm trying to look for the. He does bring out a kukri. I'm just trying to look for the kukri in the sneaking thing in here.
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's kukri.
Kukri.
K-
I keep on.
K.
Yeah. I'm looking for a K. Where's that K? Where's that K?
It might be an extended weapon. I don't know.
Nope, I found it.
Okay.
All right. He brings it out and places it on the desk, and it seems to be in pretty good shape. Nothing too fancy, and he's just sort of like, well, found one in the back. So this is what you want, right?
Yes.
And you see this sort of like curved, like dagger, almost like weapon. Pretty odd, but it looks functional and sharp.
Yes, this is what I was looking for. Thank you. How much would you
Perfect.
be willing to sell this for?
This one, give me, I'd say maybe, you know what, people don't come looking for this, so 8 gold.
Alright. Actually, I will do that. I'll give you 8 gold for it.
Alright, sort of holds out his hand for the gold as he pushes the kukri towards the other end of the table. You exchange money, mark 8 gold off of your thing.
Wonderful.
And
thank you, sir. Would you happen to either have also any, say, enchanted or special weapons, or would you happen to know anyone who does have them?
Weapons? No.
Enchanted or special?
Weapons specifically?
Doesn't have to be.
Okay, then that opens it up a little bit. Fortunately, no, not too many enchanted or, quote, special weapons around this town. You might find don't remember the dude's name, but there was someone in a store around here. It was a jeweler store. They got a, quote, special ring of some kind, but it's about all I know about special. I could point him to that if you want.
Yes, please.
Okay, and he gives you directions, and that's about it.
Alrighty.
You gonna head over to the directions? Or
yeah, like Eliza, you want to go check out that ring that he was talking about?
She's like, sounds interesting. Okay.
Alright.
You make your way over to there. You go inside the shop, and you
No,
see.
is it the same shop Sarquin was in?
No, it is not.
Okay.
He went to one that had like a diamond sort of emblem on it. You go to a different one that looks like a chain with a whole bunch of different like rings and necklaces like on the chain as its like emblem. You go into the store and you see that all across the walls there are just shelves and stands of different various jewelry pieces, gold, silver, even copper jewelry, bracelets, bands, all different kinds of jewelries. From what you can see, that's not really the most expensive stuff right here, and you're like, why did this dude send me here of all places? But you walk up, the person behind the counter, a female halfling, goes, "Hello."
Hello. Good day to you.
Good day. What can I get for you?
I have actually heard that you might be carrying a special ring here.
Ooh, I may.
Hello, May. I'm Onavok.
No, that's not my name.
Oh.
I said I may have that.
Oh.
Gotcha. You haven't done this before,
My
have
apologies. No, I definitely have done this before. I thought you were telling me your name.
you? Okay. So, what if I did?
Any marijuana?
Do you have Mary Jane?
Get wild.
Do you spice? Do you spice?
Oh gosh.
For those of you who know
Do you
where that's
spice
from.
Do you spice it?
Just spice.
Oh, the critical roll. Scalen's amazing.
Scalen's amazing. Haven't caught up entirely, but anyways, that's beside the point. She goes, "Yeah, I think I might have something that resembles that. How much would you be willing to pay for such an item?"
Well, considering I don't know what the item is, I wouldn't be able to tell you that yet.
Good answer. Would you like to see the item then?
Absolutely.
Okay, give me 1 minute. And she
All right.
turns and goes off into a back room. You hear rummaging through different boxes, and you hear a bit of cursing in the back from the halflings. Like, where is this thing? And she started cursing. She's like, this could be a profit right now. In the back, and after a while, you see the door swing open, and she walks back, sort of. Finally, she has this small wooden like box, very ornate in its design, has vines and leaves all around it. She's like, okay, so it's in here, and here we go. She sets it in front of both of you, not close to you in any way, but closer enough to her so if she could pull it back, she would just be like, sort of thing. But she opens up the box, and inside you see a single ring. It looks very, very well made. Yes, it is silver, and you. Well, okay, sorry. You see that it's silver, and on its design, it has like a crisscross pattern on the band, and the ring itself has a pretty good looking gem in it as well. Other than that, it looks like a really well crafted ring.
Okay. Now, I'm just going to ask her, would you happen to know if this ring was enchanted in any sort of way?
I did have it looked at through a lot of cost of my own. I do know that it is enchanted. With what? I'm not exactly sure, but I know that it helps out its wearer in some fashion.
Hmm.
Will I be able to get to him around when this is happening?
No, you don't really. He sort of wandered off with Eliza to a shop, and unless you followed him all the way to that shop and then waited, went back, and all it.
Well, I did say I was done with my thing and was going to go for Onavok.
Well,
That is true, but
would I be able to try to hone my magical abilities to try and figure out what this ring does?
sure. Do you have any spells that would be able to identify magical items, or is?
Yeah, I was looking for that, but like I have so many spells, I'm trying to go through this giant list.
If not, you can always do an Arcana check to see what you can figure out about it.
Why don't I just try that first?
Sure, you can try that first. If you don't gain anything from it, you can go through some spells and see what you have.
Awesome. Because maybe I'll just roll high.
You're unsure. You're looking at it. It seems very enchanted, but you don't know what it does.
You almost don't think this is a...
That would have been a 1. A 1 would be like, a ring? Yeah, right.
It's not enchanted.
A ring? Yeah, right. This is a book, lady. And you just throw it on the ground and walk out.
No, but this one, it seems like it's a lot. It seems very enchanted, but you don't know what it is at all.
Yeah. And I'm trying to figure out if I have anything that, like, makes inanimate objects talk to me or something. I don't know what I don't think I do. That's the problem. Okay. No, I don't have anything, so, I'm just gonna, well, jeez. Is there any way that I would be able to, like, maybe go look for Sarquin?
Yeah, if you want to leave.
Would I know that do I know that Sarquin is good at, arcane stuff?
I would have been... You probably would have thought it, because I did crit on the last potion that we were with, and I looked at it for like a split second and was like, oh yeah, this is a thing of resist acid, so you probably know that I have
at least some sort of...
arcane.
Yeah, at least...
Because I don't want to meta, but at the same time, if my character knew that...
No, you would have
Yeah,
seen
your character would have had at least some sort of idea that maybe Sarquin might be able to figure out at least what this thing is or what it does, maybe, but
yeah,
you don't know how well he would do it.
Yeah, you probably would think that he's good with potions, but not know if I could like classify a ring.
Exactly.
Okay. So I'm gonna turn to Eliza and be like, Eliza, can you actually do me a favor?
Sure.
Thanks.
Do you want me to look at it?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Absolutely.
Okay. She...
Dude, actually, that's not a bad idea.
Every time she looks at it and goes, yeah, this isn't a ring.
She is going to look at it.
I don't know what half vampires have.
She looks at it and says, well, from what I can tell, it seems to have a spell embedded in it. I think it's makes you invisible for some time, at least.
Please tell me she says that, like, whisper.
Yeah, she does. I just don't want to whisper with right here, because...
I was about to say, if she said that in full view of the woman...
No.
She would have had at least... the price would go way up.
No, she's just like... Yeah, she basically whispered it to you, like, in your ear.
Dude, you found the one ring!
I know! Oh my gosh. So I'm just gonna
and halflings are selling it. It's perfect.
Yeah, so I'm gonna like hold in my expression of excitement.
At this point, the halfling woman goes, "So, are you interested at all?"
Yes, I am very interested.
Oh.
How much were you looking to sell this for?
I was thinking maybe 300 gold pieces. Because I don't exactly know what it is, but at least I know it is somewhat magical, so I was thinking 300 would be a fair price.
So here's the thing for me. I don't know what it does either, so I'm going to have to take a
bluff check
on...
Well, actually, he doesn't technically know what it is.
He knows part of what it is.
I do know part of what it is, yeah.
Okay, let's see about this.
Oh, shoot.
She goes... Oh, she rolled the exact same thing as you.
Oh, what does that mean?
Re-roll?
Does that just mean she's confused about whether...
she's just like, she doesn't know if you're lying or not, but it seems... You seem fairly trustworthy. She's like, okay, so a risk, I understand. I just thought that if it has some sort of magical property, 300 would be at least fair. Because I know magical items go for way more than that.
Yes. Now, I do have a question. Would you be willing to somewhat trade, and maybe I give you also a little bit of money for another magical item?
Ooh,
Because you seem to love jewelry.
I do. I would be very happy to trade.
So I open up my cloak, and I take off my pendant of +1 charisma that I have, and just show it to her.
She looks at it for a second. Oh, I actually know what that thing is. I am very interested in that.
Oh, awesome. Wonderful.
So if you want to add that in, that would easily cut the price in half, in my eyes.
Wonderful.
150. And you throw in the necklace.
Would you possibly be able to lower it to 125, as I am an adventurer of the kings, and I show her my crest of great.
Do a diplomacy check.
All right.
Does my AAA card get me a discount too?
10% off of the...
Getting these good rolls. Yeah.
Okay, she's like, I can definitely do that. So 125 then?
Yes, 125 and the necklace for the ring.
Okay, that seems very fair in my opinion. If you don't mind, could you pay me first and then I can give the ring over?
Can I sense motive on her?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want I want to make sure this is a big exchange.
Yeah.
So, dude, a ring that makes you invisible though, that's pretty much price.
Dude, she knows that you're definitely some type of adventurer. I would say that she probably doesn't want to get screwed.
So
yeah.
From what you can tell, she's just trying to make a deal that would profit both of you, and she knows what the necklace is, and she seems to know what the worth is, so she seems pretty honest right now.
Okay. So, I'll take out... By the way, that was all my gold.
Okay. Alright, so you're completely broke now. You have a...
Yeah,
Hey, welcome to the Broke Club.
You have to
I literally
take
took
off
out all my gold to give her.
if you haven't already, take off from your charisma bonus, your charisma score.
Yeah.
So take that, minus that by 1. You hand the things over. She closes the box. She turns it back around, opens it up. Sort of like, if you don't mind, I really like this box. So she just pulls out the ring and hands it to you.
All right.
You want to pay for the box too. But
all right, I suppose. So I just take the ring.
Okay, you take the ring. Okay. And you're currently holding the ring in your hand.
Yeah, I'm not going to put it on yet because I don't know what happens, so...
Okay. She goes, thank you. This was a very good deal. Hopefully we can do business again sometime.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for your business.
Right.
Okay, since you already bought it, I'm going to tell you something. Meta, you probably could have dropped the price even more by saying you don't know what it does. It could probably be cursed.
Yeah, I probably could have done that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have, but
that's what I would have done if I was there, but I didn't say anything.
Okay, so Onavok, you now have a silver ring that you don't know what it does. So
awesome.
Oh, silver ring? Don't give it to your girlfriend.
Oh yeah, you're right.
All right, so you exit the store, meet up with the rest of the group. What is everyone doing now? Since everyone's now reconvened.
I'm going to buy a ring.
All right.
I'm gonna go in the same place he came out of. Give him away, then go in there, and I'm gonna look for a good ring that costs around 100 gold.
Okay, you look around. It's pretty easy to find. You see a couple different rings that are around the price range. You see a silver ring, a gold ring, each with their own gem embedded in them, that are around 100 gold each.
I'm gonna point to the jeweled ring and ask the woman if I could have that one.
She's like
the jeweled gold ring. Okay.
It's like, for the right price, sure.
I'm gonna look at it and I go, how about 80 gold?
Oh, I was thinking more 95, but
I'll go up to 85.
seems fair.
Okay.
And she says yes, and then exchange of money, that stuff. So
Yeah.
minus 85, you get the ring. All right. So what everyone else is gonna do? By this time, it's getting more towards dinner time. Later in the day, closer to nighttime, after all this shopping has occurred.
Gosh, now I have to go to a calculator.
All right. So what's he gonna do now then?
So are we like still standing out in the middle of public?
Yeah, well, during this time, everyone's been like going off their separate directions, and now it's been like everyone's come together. It's about dinner time now, and you're getting pretty hungry. So
Okay. Wow. Sadly, I only have 267 gold pieces left.
Only.
Yeah, only.
all right. So what are you all gonna do?
I'm gonna guess that we're gonna go to a tavern for the night.
Yeah.
If everyone's down.
Well, I can't much afford to stay at an inn or anything like that at this point, but
I'll pay for like you and Nervok. If that's fine with you guys. If you guys don't have any problem with me paying for you, I'll pay for you. And I look to Nath and I go, look, I know we don't really like each other that much, or you find me annoying, but you're kind of important to the party, and I give him 2 potions of cure light wounds, and I go, you're the healer, we need you, and I figured that you should have some healing of your own.
you are aware that I can,
Yes.
because I can do healing, like, it may be
Yes,
beneficial for
know.
you to hang on to these.
I know, but if you're in a pickle and you just healed all of us, we kind of need you because you're also really good with a hammer.
Fair enough, just wanted to make sure you remembered.
I know you can heal yourself. Oh, and
So what type of, out of character, what type of potions are they?
Cure light wounds. And for the stats for that for those potions that you bought, they are healing of 1d8 plus 4.
Cool. All right, and you said there were 2.
Yeah, he gave you 2.
Of the 3 I bought.
All right.
Which I got for a steal. They were 15 gold for all 3.
Yeah.
That's a steal.
It was actual steel. Yeah.
So I'm gonna look at everyone, including Sarquin and Naf, because they weren't with me, but I'll also be looking at Eliza and say, guess what I got, guys?
No idea.
What?
I put on the ring.
Okay.
And it's cursed!
Hold on.
This is gonna be fun.
This is gonna be fun.
Hold on.
The ring wraiths come and
Hold
stab
on.
him.
Wait. Hold on.
I love curveballs.
So you put the ring on your finger. You're just like, guys, guess what? Whoop. You put on the ring. Immediately you hear a, finally. Hello there. Let's get moving. Make a will saving throw.
Oh my god!
Oh, frick! What did Eliza tell me? Oh, Pith, what'd she tell me?
I told
She said it wasn't visible.
curse.
I love dumb choices.
Oh, thank God you have a good will.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
You're taken aback by this, and whatever influence that this voice had on your mind, you fight it off, and the voice goes, fine, just not stay one place for too long, okay? Okay.
So they're all
So
watching. They don't hear this, right?
right.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna
no.
I was gonna say
I'm just gonna yell out.
You got
Who
a ring.
are you?
Okay, the voice in your head goes, please do not yell in public like that. You'll look really odd. I am Varith. Pleasure to meet you. And, well, this ring is mine. But I am dead, so I cannot use it.
I'm very confused. I thought this was a ring of invisibility.
Oh, but it is. It also gives you a bonus for not getting hit as much. I'm sending you over the details of the ring right now, Parker.
Okay.
God.
He
Had to put on the cursed ring.
Wait, but I'm confused. Are you? Do you live in the ring? Is your
Yes,
soul in
my
the ring?
soul is bound to the ring.
So you're a lich.
No, I am not.
No, I'm not a lich. I would kill you if I was a lich.
He goes, I am Varith. I am from the City of Leaves. Well, I once was. But I fell, and my soul got trapped inside of this ring.
So I can hear you whenever I wear this ring?
Well, anyone who puts on the ring can hear me.
So am I like your master?
Do not call yourself that. You are simply using my ring. I am merely here.
Okay. So you can change me invisible.
Again, I am not the one doing that. The ring does it by itself, whenever you wish it to.
Alright. But you're in my head still.
Yes.
Okay. It's a little weird, but I guess we could get used to this new relationship.
I guess. As long as you just take me to exciting places on a regular basis, I'll be fine and shut up.
Alright, sounds good. I can do that. We have quite fun adventures here.
Good.
Alright,
Well,
So
I'll leave you to explain this to your party, but
okay.
enjoy my ring. And
I'm
the voice just shuts up.
Okay, I'm just gonna look at Sarquin and be like, hey Sarquin, I don't think I need that symbiote.
I go, but I really want to stab you.
So you got yourself a ring. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yes, but the
it's
problem is...
Very
there's-
flashy.
Yes, guys, there's a
How
guy's
much did
soul
you
trapped
waste
in the
on
ring.
that thing, man?
Don't ask. But
Wait,
guys,
where'd your necklace go?
you never saw my necklace. It was always hidden.
It's like, you look different.
Hey, maybe I watched you strip
You're somehow
one night.
uglier.
Yeah.
you're just a little bit ugly.
You're somehow not as charming as I remember.
Oh, goodness. Okay. But yeah, I sent you over the details of it.
Okay, I'm
So you can...
texting.
Yeah, I sent it over, so...
Awesome.
The first part, you wouldn't know. In character, you wouldn't know the first part, the first sentence, so don't worry about the first or second sentence
Okay.
of the paragraph. Though you don't know that. The rest of it, you know. So
Okay.
just ignore the first two sentences.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, ignore those first two sentences that say something about you dying in Cthulhu Rising. It's nothing, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Normal stuff.
Yeah, normal Saturday, you know.
Yeah. So I go, so I'm paying for Naf's room. I suppose you can pay for your own and Eliza's, even with buying that ring, right?
It depends on how much rooms are.
I may be able to find sanctuary in the temple if you don't want to pay for my room, Sarquin.
Oh, no, that's fine. You're part of the party. Party members help each other.
Fair enough.
I mean, as long as the rooms aren't like something insane like 50 gold, I think we'll be fine.
So you're gonna go find a tavern then?
Oh,
I saw this interesting one when I was on my way over to the temple. That might be a good place to get some good rest.
What's it called?
Well, did it out of character? Did it have the name on the sign as well, or was it just the
From that, it just had the symbol on it.
Well, I don't know the name, but it had a man kind of stretched into a yawn with a nightcap on. So I assume we can get some good rest there.
Oh, the yawning peasant. No, I'm joking. Okay. And then I start walking towards, like, after Naf when he starts walking, like...
Okay,
Right.
cool. So you make your way to that same tavern. You walk in, and here, I actually have a tavern here.
Ah, sweet.
I know, seriously. I didn't make it, so
That's all right.
credit to, who is he? Ghazi. I don't.
Ghazi.
Yeah, yeah, I have it on screen right now. So credit to him. But yeah, and everyone else followed you into the thing. I didn't put everyone on here because that's way too many people. But yeah.
Yeah.
You walk in, you see
We
that
instantly fill the bar.
I know, everyone just a flood of people. You see a half-orc behind the counters currently scrubbing dishes and things as he says, welcome to the lethargic lounger. And he just sort of keeps scrubbing. He's like, if you want rooms for the lot of you, I'd say, well, that's a lot of people, so 10 gold for you.
Oh, okay. I pay for everyone then because it's not that much, and I give him 10 gold.
All right. He goes, well, thank you. And he gives it. How many rooms do you today?
Wait, what did he say?
How many rooms for you today?
For me personally, I look back and I go, I'll have 4, and like I'm pretty sure the rest can either bunk up with us or
Okay.
pay for their own.
All right.
I'm definitely Zab is definitely bunking with me in my room,
Gotcha.
and
Okay.
so is Satoria.
All
So
Where's the bugbear bunking? Would he bunk with you as well?
he would bunk with Eliza. I was
Eliza?
thinking he'd
Okay.
bunk with Eliza and
Onavok?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then Arian
Yeah.
could probably bunk with you.
That's
along
fine.
with Evan,
right.
unless he wants. So how much?
The half-orc behind the counter goes, right, so just down that hallway, up the stairs, should be off to the left, the right and left of the hallways. Brain sometimes. Have a good stay.
So we have 4 rooms, and we're just going to break up the party into an equal amount, and, I guess you guys are going to have to fight over the bed.
Okay, so I'm just opening up everything right now.
Awesome.
That's going to be down at the bottom.
So yeah, Sarquin the nice guy.
That's the
Oh my-
upstairs there? That's going upstairs?
Yeah, that's
Did they
going
update-
upstairs.
Okay.
Did they update Roll20? Because now I clicked on my token, and now it just says initiative by my mouse button.
I don't know.
Oh no, that's a macro that Chandler probably set up.
It should be in the it's something.
Oh,
it's in the
dang.
character sheet too, but oh
No,
no.
it's
Oh, it might be part of the character sheet then. Yeah.
yeah.
But these are the rooms right here that are open as well.
Oh gosh, where are they?
It's down at the to the bottom. You scroll down on Roll20.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
opening it up right now.
Yeah.
So
the
those- What?
Cartographer by John Ghazi Gods.
I'm using his tavern.
Okay. So I guess do we just choose 4
Yeah,
rooms
out
for us?
of those ones that are open right now, those are the 4 that he gave you basically keys to.
Okay. Well, I'll take one with Zab Satoria and
Okay, you can move into wherever you wish to.
go to.
So,
I'll just go here, and
okay,
I'll set up.
Zab's
Basically, I'm
down
gonna
there. And
I'm gonna set up a
here's-
pallet for Zab and make it as comfy as possible. And then
Oh, you don't have the grids on. That's why I can't use the arrow keys. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, the grid didn't
No,
work
that's
with
good.
this one.
No, no worries. No worries. Do.
Just slowly moving over.
Whoop.
Everyone else just teleporting. You're just actually moving along.
Da-da-da-da-da. Hey, I like to check out my surroundings.
Okay.
Uh,
I guess I'm in either this room here
or the other one.
or this one over here.
Yeah.
I'll go over here.
and
This
depending on
seems
where-
like the elite room.
Okay. Everyone else sort of files in, and sort of just like Arian sleeps in there. That's there. But as you guys go up, the other people sort of like go up to the barkeep after you've already left, and they actually go in different rooms than you. So they actually bought more rooms than.
Well, yeah,
it was
I
already
kind
paid
of
for.
expected that, but what I wanted to do is buy some for the ones of us that could bunk together, and then those of us that had like the money and wanted to pay for another room could get a room by themselves.
Yeah, and that's what basically they did. So Narok is going to go in this back one. Eliza is going to be with Narok. Sorry, Onabok.
Oh, that's fine.
Barrick's going to be in there. And where Na is, the rat folk in the bottom, that's where all the other NPCs are. So, yeah. Okay, so everyone, it's about late in night. What's everyone going to do? Just
Before
go to bed, or?
before the end of the evening, like as you know, everybody's kind of settling in or whatever. I'll tap on Onavok's door. Which
I'm
one
over
is
here.
that? Oh, down there. Okay. Sorry, I have it zoomed out a little bit. There we go. I'll zoom in. There we go. Tap on his door and say, so Onavok, have you tried taking off your ring yet?
No, I don't actually know what happens if I take it off.
Okay, I was just curious. You know, possessed rings are, I don't know, a little curious sometimes. Might want to try that, and then I'll head back off to bed.
Okay. All right. So everyone then falls asleep then?
Are there like any mice around that I
Have
see?
we haven't had food yet, have we?
It would have been during, like, you would have ate and then gone up and then all that stuff.
Okay.
Mice, I mean, there are some. It's like regular that you'd expect.
I'm gonna do like the bludgeoning thing with the
With the
symbiote.
sword.
Yeah, just to give it something to do so it doesn't get restless.
Okay, gotcha. Alright, and after that, everyone falls to sleep then.
Yep.
Sarquan, local rat catcher.
With Nath.
His new job after adventuring.
And you sleep and sleep and sleep.
And before bed, of course, praying to AMA.
Okay. Gotcha. Cool.
And petting Nightshade.
Okay, yeah, Nightshade's with you.
Sarquin senses him praying, kind of gives it
Okay.
Well, it's for you, of course.
Yeah.
At that point, before you all go to bed, Marvin, who was in Arian's room, just like, all right, I'll catch you later, and he's just sort of running down to the other way.
Does he go in with Null?
Yeah, he's going in with the other people in here, and Arian's just like, okay, sure, why not? Everyone falls to sleep, getting a restful night. I want everyone to make a listen check.
Before I go to sleep, I'm gonna remember to cut Zabin, and I'm gonna give him another 10 gold.
Okay.
So that means I have 47.
Okay, and you then fall asleep for your 4 hours or so, about
Yeah.
2 hours or so.
Well, not 4 hours. I'm meditating, basically.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and make a listen. Okay, Onvok, you roll. Sarquin, make a listen check.
Yeah, my listen's gonna be terrible.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a 0 in it.
Okay.
You definitely heard your ring talking to you.
Okay. Naf, Sarquin, you are sound
Yeah.
asleep and meditating very peacefully. Nothing out of the ordinary. Onavok, in the middle of the night, you're woken awake by feet outside your door, walking towards, walking upwards, and then you hear a down the hallway.
Alright, I'm gonna carefully, slowly open my door like they do in the horror movies and peek out.
Okay. Go ahead and make a spot check then.
Okay. I don't like creepy noises in the night, dude. I'm gonna see what it is. You don't know the family I lived with.
Okay.
Nice.
You see, pretty well. You step out of the. You peek your head out of the door as you see Not one, not two, but 3 figures all converging. The one at the very top has Arian's door open and is walking in. And just walked into that room. The other one walks up. The other one
I'm
follows.
going to use the ring's ability.
Okay, so you go invisible.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know where I've never looked at the invisibility spell. So.
Okay, O P Q R S T V.
Here, I'm looking it up. Are we? Okay, here we go.
It acts as an invisibility spell.
So.
For until you it basically acts as the invisibility spell for your level, basically. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Vanishing from sight. 1 minute per level, until you do something else, like attack or make yourself known, things like that.
Okay, so I've got basically 6 minutes.
Basically, of invisibility.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of go up behind them and try to look and see what they're doing in Arian's room.
Okay, that's gonna be hard to see because the door to Arian's room is currently. Well, I messed up. That's not the door. This is the door right there. So.
Okay.
So if you move out right there, you can't see inside of the room.
Yeah.
You only see that the door is ajar and one person went in there.
I have a question. I don't know I can't see the spell right now, but if I talk, does it end the spell?
General, at least in most editions,
creature,
attacks. Yeah.
If you attack anything, then it ends.
But not if I speak.
You can talk. You can eat. You can climb stairs. Summon monsters. Open.
Oh, nice.
Begin. You can open doors. Cut a rope. Things like that. But you can talk and stuff, but it won't end the spell. Mainly if you attack something or make a movement that's aggressive or something that will end the spell like that.
Okay. So I'm just gonna say to the guy who's right in the back, I'm just gonna whisper right in his ear, "What are you doing?"
At that point, he goes and stabs behind you. What? Here, let's see if he.
I want to see if he actually can get this, though. Do I do my armor class with this, or is this just...
This is your armor class, so...
You're doing armor class and at disadvantage because you can't see it.
Oh, wait, doesn't the ring add 2 AC?
It does.
Oh, my word. That's amazing.
Okay. No, that wouldn't have hit anyways. So you you see it go as it has a dagger just you dodge out of the way, invisible, as this person goes he whispers something that you don't understand to the person behind him. That person goes, nods, whispers something in, and you don't see this, but I'm just gonna go right there, make a roll. Okay, yeah. Alright.
So the second guy whispers?
They're all whispering to each other.
Oh, because they're freaked out?
Wait, how many hours into our sleep is this?
It's about 3 or so.
Okay, well.
You need to sleep for 4.
Yeah.
So what I'm actually going to do is, at this point, I know their threats. So I'm actually going to start an attack.
Okay, that'll drop your spell.
Yes, that will. Do I get to attack him immediately because he doesn't know where I am, or does it disappear? Okay, awesome.
You get to attack because it'll be a surprise because he doesn't know what that voice was or where it came from.
Yeah.
So it'll be a surprise attack.
So I'm going to inflict critical wounds, which I've never actually done before.
Okay. That's going to be a touch attack, right?
Yes. So I'm just gonna grab the back of his neck and just try to
Well, he's
kill him
currently
one
facing.
round.
He's facing towards
Oh,
you
okay.
in your direction.
Oh, I'll grab the front of his neck. Sweet.
Okay.
Slit his throat with your hand.
So what's your you have to do you have to roll to do a touch attack against him?
Let me post it. It is a very short spell, and it is a beautiful spell. Basically, it's what I used on the thatch, except more powerful.
Oh gosh. Okay. Target creature touched. Laying a hand upon the. Yeah, that's just.
Yep.
Okay, so go ahead and make a Go ahead and make a touch attack. So roll d20 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Oh gosh. Okay.
So it'll just be a charisma. Basically, I think it's just a charisma roll to see if you can touch him.
Is that just what it is? It's just a charisma roll?
Basically. That's basically what... Well, charisma check, and then it's be 11. And then what's your base attack bonus?
Oh gosh, I have to find it.
It should be like a...
Yeah, let me make sure I have it right though, because I might have not updated it from...
Okay.
Yeah, it's a +3. I have to update
It's a
that.
+3. So okay, yeah, that that does hit him. So go ahead and roll the damage for that.
So, but I thought it was a saving throw on this one, not a...
It was on the last one. It was a will save.
It was a will. Will is half for him.
I think I might have messed up and not had you roll to touch the creature, because they could still dodge you out of the way of your touch attack.
Oh,
that was my bad.
Gotcha.
But yeah, he does get a will saving throw to half the damage, which he'll try to
Okay,
reduce.
sweet.
And come on, how's a Thatch gonna dodge out of the way of it?
So I'm a 6, so it's basically 4d8 plus 6.
16. Does that make the save?
Oh,
What's your DC?
I highly doubt it. Let me look.
What's your
Sorry, I gotta
spell
check my
DCs?
notes again.
Okay.
I'm looking real quick. I gotta check my notes again.
Okay.
And this is why 3.5 is insane.
Yep.
Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous. Because there's nowhere to put it on your character sheet either. It's 10 plus a spell level, so 10 plus 4 plus 4, so no, it's 18.
Okay, yeah, so he takes full damage from that then.
Oh,
So
Roll your
we're
48.
doing... So we're doing 4d8
you
plus
necrotically
6.
ripped his throat
4d8 plus 6. Go ahead and roll
I
damage.
freaking
Oh man,
love this
and you know what's
spell.
awesome about this? They're not facing him, so if he kills him in one hit,
Okay.
if he kills him in one hit, this is a stealth attack, and the guy just drops, and it makes no noise.
I just love necromancer stuff.
So, you reach out, invisibility dropping as you reach out with your dark energy flowing around your hand, gripping the front of this guy's throat. You hear him go, as it just tears him up.
And as I'm doing this, can I just yell out, "Time to wake up"?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's what I want to yell out.
Okay. As you yell that, go ahead and make a listen check again. The other two that are sleeping and or meditating. See if you can hear that loud
Well,
noise.
since he yelled it, do we get advantage?
Just roll. Don't worry. As long as you don't crit miss,
Yeah.
then
I don't know. It's pretty close.
Oh, I never heard. Did he die?
yeah, he just like and just falls limp on the ground in front of you.
I freaking love necromancy. Alright.
Dude, you're craziness right now.
You just rotted his throat out.
I've never used that spell before either, and I was like, I'm very happy with it.
Okay, so at this point, he yelled it pretty loud, and even with a 7, you do hear this now.
Oh, good.
You're sort of woken up a little bit. Like,
Sweet.
ugh. You two are woken up. Let's see who else is. Nope. Who's that? Who is that? As a nope. That's actually a yes. That's a yes. Okay, so I know who's woken up now. At this point, okay, so right now I want you to roll initiative.
Awesome.
Okay.
Sounds good. Initiative all the way.
Awesome.
Boom.
Okay.
Initiative.
Hold on, I need to make sure what my stuff is. Because I think now I'm a level 6.
Okay, so that's gosh, that's a not good initiative for these people.
Good.
You-
That's a 9. Okay.
My word.
And
Onavok, have you done
No,
initiative
I'm
yet?
trying to, but it said it is not connected to
You have
Okay.
to select your token first, I think.
I don't know how to. I don't like. I
Click
just
on your picture
did it and then press initiative.
and then click initiative. Yeah.
Yeah. He got
There you go.
18 actually.
what's with the .03s and such?
That's if you get the same
Your-
roll. Then
Oh,
It's your
okay.
charisma or your dexterity bonus, I think,
Oh,
or
okay.
something similar. It's calculated from that, I'm sure.
I rolled high on initiative.
you did. All right. So as of right now, this is about all you get. So Sarquin, you have the first active initiative. You just woke up from Onavok screaming, "It's time to wake up!" What are you gonna
I
do?
grabbed my sword, pretty sure that he wouldn't wake us up with a loud "It's time to wake up" before, my 4 hours of meditation are done, unless it was an emergency. So I grab my sword, unsheath it, and run outside to meet these guys.
Okay,
Yes.
you see in front of you, as you walk up, you see a fallen, robed-looking individual in front of Onavok, and another one in between the door and Onavok and you right now. He sort of looks over, and he sort of
Okay.
he says something in a language you don't understand to someone. But what are you gonna do?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna attack him with my long sword and try not to kill him.
Okay,
Go
go ahead and roll.
Oh.
Crit! How do I confirm crit?
Roll another attack. Basically.
Another attack.
Yeah, it's like a yeah. Man.
Confirming crits is weird.
13.
Okay, that does not confirm. So you do hit him, but you don't confirm it.
I hate confirming crits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I completely
Sucks.
forgot about that last time. Like it was just like in the moment, it's like, oh, you crit. But
Yeah.
whatever.
Confirming crit gets your hopes up, and then you just don't confirm.
Exactly.
I've never confirmed a crit, and I'm just
All right,
good.
so go ahead and roll damage. Whoops, didn't mean to do
11.
that.
Nice.
Okay, you see as you slice, he's visibly hurt. He's just like, he goes.
Okay.
He says to you, "Our fight is not with you." That's gonna be. Your
I
turn.
don't care. You're
Naf,
a terror.
you just woke up. You heard Onavok yell at you. What are you gonna do?
I'm looking to see how long it takes to don armor, but I get the sense that it's going to take too long. So,
I think it takes a good hour for full plate.
I'm not in full plate. I'm in scale.
Usually it
Oh.
takes about a minute or two to. I think it's a minute.
I thought that
I
was
thought it
just
was
to
a
doff
minute or-
it. Yeah, just
Oh,
to
yeah, that's
take
right.
it off.
Oh, then
I think it's a
like
couple minutes.
Yeah.
All right, so it's not going to be enough time. So, all right, so my AC is going to be down by 4, just as a heads up. I'm going to grab my shield and my sword and
Okay.
head in.
all right.
Let's see, and shoom. So I should be able to get to this guy here.
Yeah.
All right.
You just saw Sarquin slash at this person. And just
All right, and I am going to try to. I want to hit this guy with non-lethal damage. I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to outright kill him, but I do want to and while I'm attacking, what's the meaning of this? And try to,
all right, cool.
knock him out. Or
Go ahead
knock
and
him
make
down.
your attack.
D20. Should I make it with the weapon, even though I want to do non-lethal?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How do I? Where's the roll button for this guy? Oh, here it is. Sorry.
Don't know why that's on you, but I'll take it off.
Power attack? No. No damage. What the bloody hitting AC 13?
Okay, you swing. He is just a bit too fast for you as he ducks underneath your sword. He's like, ah! And he's just like, we're not here to fight you. And that's gonna, unless you want to do anything else, any bonus actions or. Do you have
No,
anything?
just if after my swing I can try to. Well, no, I'm gonna. I have my shield, so no. That's gonna. I guess that's gonna be it. If I can step out of the way, just so.
Okay,
Unavok
so
get
just
in.
step over to the side. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right, so that's gonna be Arian's turn next. Arian wakes up after this, and he's gonna. He looks at the person who's near his bed with a dagger above his head, and Arian's like, "Oh, what the?" And he sort of.
Please tell me he actually rolled an attack and just hit the pillow by Arian.
No, he didn't get that opportunity.
Dang it! That would have been so funny.
He might have if Onavok didn't do what he did. He's gonna get off of the bed and roll off to this square. And he's like, man. And he reaches for his axe and he takes a swing at the guy. What he rolled, it just whoosh, the person just ducks out of the way, and that's gonna be Arian's turn. He's just gonna be like, yeah, come on.
I like to think that Naf can just sense his failure and just he exudes disappointment for him.
Hawk, your turn. What are you gonna do? You literally choked a guy to death and let him fall on the ground.
I mean, I kind of choked him. It's more like the negative energy just went inside of him and just tore his flesh to pieces, kind of. But
it's just all around his neck. Just
yeah,
terrible.
it's a great question because there's so many different spells to use. But it's like I just want to keep using the inflict damage one because it does so much damage. It's just so tempting to keep doing that one. But I'll actually try doing a touch attack on the guy in front of me again. He's turned around from me, right?
At this point, he is facing the door. He has you in his peripherals, but he's currently facing the door. So you can move up to go into his space, over the guy you eviscerated.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
So
I'm
you're
gonna
gonna move
step over his body a little bit, and then I'm going to do this.
Okay, so you're gonna do. So a touch attack. Okay, so go ahead and roll for the touch attack again.
Okay, and is there specific things I'm supposed to add to that?
It's your base attack bonus and your
probably Dex
thing
or Strength, one of the two.
What is a
I
touch
would
attack?
say it would probably be a versatile attack, so you could probably use both.
I don't know which one.
I would say you could use a punch attack, touch attack, and punch them.
Okay, yeah. You go ahead and roll a attack with your base attack bonus, and then I'd say probably Dex, trying to touch the very slippery person. I don't know.
So whatever this ends up being +3.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely, yeah.
So
he has to roll a fortitude save.
Yes.
D20.
Which
1d20.
What is he trying to beat? Is he trying to beat the spell save DC?
Yes.
Oh.
Whatever that is.
Let me look.
It's a touch attack, and then if he gets past...
Nope, he fails.
Oh, frick, dude. Oh, that really sucks for him. Because I'm allowed to choose any disease to give to him from a table. So, my disease that I want to give to him
You now have gonorrhea.
No. Let me make sure this is the disease I want to give to him, though.
You are now narcoleptic.
Oh my gosh. Right, what's the disease?
Wait, what? Wait a minute.
Or is it a random table? Or
Well, okay, it says the disease, but I clicked on it.
It brings you to diseases, right?
Yes, but I'm trying to figure out what the disease does, and it gives a terrible description, because I looked up ones that says blinding sickness, but all it says is spread in tainted water, and then it says, 1 to D3 6 days, but it doesn't say what it actually physically does.
Okay.
I would say look up. I would say just Google D&D blinding sickness real quick.
Okay. Oh yeah, so his save against this throw had to be like 16 or something.
Yeah, he completely failed.
Yeah. I don't know what blinding sickness does though.
I found it. It's oh, I see what you're looking at here.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So what happens to this poor
The
soul?
subject contracts a disease selected from the table below, which strikes immediately, but it doesn't. I don't know what the disease does.
It looks like. Hang on. The D20 one seems to say. Oh, it's like a disease from the selected table. Oh, it's D4
okay.
strength damage.
And then each time it gets that damage, he has to make another fortitude save or be permanently blinded. So he has to make.
Awesome! Sweet.
Yep.
So he is pretty much going blind right now.
Yep.
Well, right now.
Now he's just weak, but
yeah, right now he's just weak. Each time he takes damage from it, which I believe it's like every so often, he has to make a save. So, my
He's
goodness.
eventually gonna fail.
every 2 points of it. Yeah.
He's eventually gonna fail.
Yeah. So is that gonna end your turn then?
Yes, but I'm gonna say don't kill him to everyone.
Okay. It's gonna be in your turn. Now it's these guys. This guy right here that's sort of beaten and battered and now contracted this disease goes. He speaks something. Now, if you recognize this as Dwarvish, that they're speaking to one another.
Okay.
He says, "We must leave. We cannot break the code. This is not being a clean kill. He won't be upset. We must finish the contract another day." That's what you hear from that person right in front of you, and at that point, he's going to be like, he's going to try to bypass everybody entirely, not caring about
He's
Tops
gonna take
opportunity.
3
I'm gonna
attacks.
try to. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna try to either tackle or trip him as he goes by.
I'm gonna try to hit him with the butt of my sword, so it just knocks him out.
Okay, so anyone who's taking the reaction to do attack of opportunity against this guy, go ahead and do that.
The guy in the middle, I just did the disease to.
Yes, he's currently trying to run away.
Oh.
Does 18 hit?
Yes, it does. So you don't even have to. Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll just to see how much you do. But
Okay.
Are you non-lethaling or are you killing
Yeah,
him?
it's non-lethal. I'm just trying to knock him out.
Ah, gotcha.
11 damage.
okay, yeah, he's come. Boosh, just tongue, just right in the thing, just right on the ground. At that point, this other person goes. He looks back in the open door, seeing his companion fall. He's like, okay. He's going to try to run, getting a text opportunity from Arian. Naf, I'm going to count that as your attack against this new guy, which misses.
Okay.
But Arian is going to attack. He completely misses. Onavak, if you want to take your attack, then you can do that as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just do inflict serious wounds on him when he runs by and grab him.
Okay, do a touch attack. So the
Yes.
Yeah.
The dex plus 3.
Yeah, that thing.
Alright.
As he's trying to
Dex.
run away this way.
Dex plus 3. So we got
Yeah, that. Yeah.
21.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Awesome.
So he has to make a. Was that a will saving throw?
Yes, he has to make a will save. So
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Kill him, kill him.
I just grab his arm as he's trying to run by and like.
Okay. Just like nope. It's like you're staying here. That's a okay.
Getting
I'm
blind.
sorry, were you trying to run, sir?
Yeah, that doesn't. Yeah, no.
Not quite.
It doesn't make it. Oh
That's
no,
a
it
15.
doesn't. It was actually a 17, so he was pretty close, but not on the money.
Boom.
22 damage.
Okay.
Please tell me it takes his arm off, like his arm just falls off and he falls over dead.
Well, it depends on Orvok wants to do that or not.
Yeah, sure. I'd love to do that.
You want to kill this dude?
Oh, well, I mean...
Well, we have the other one, right?
Yeah, I was planning
Got
on
a
just
character.
keeping the other guy.
Okay, so you're just
That was my
outright...
whole plan. That's why I wanted to blind one of them so they couldn't see and fight back.
Okay, so you just reach out and you're just like, As you see this, the cloaked figure has he's running by you. His arm is like a big swing. You just catch his arm, and as you conjure your energy, it's just like as you just hear this tearing, just disgusting noise. As you just like the arm rips off as he just falls flat on the ground, just clutching his wounds, just trying to keep consciousness. Okay, so
They did not know who they were messing with.
so you're technically out of combat now. Good job.
I'm just gonna have the arm and be like, Naf, you want this?
No.
I'm gonna-
Also, it's
Sarquin, you want this?
Do I want what?
The arm.
Oh, no. I'm gonna go into my room and grab some rope to tie this guy up with.
Okay, and this guy is currently on the floor bleeding out. The guy that ran past Onavok.
Oh,
I
Oh,
like-
it didn't kill him outright?
He's currently bleeding on the ground. It's not outright dead, but he's very, very close.
Alright, then I will,
He's
I
like,
will,
he like went unconscious. He's like,
I will heal him enough that he stops bleeding and doesn't die, but hopefully not enough to I don't necessarily need him conscious right now. I'm just
Okay.
not let him die just on the floor.
Cool. All right, so you heal him up for a little bit. The bleeding stops. Currently without an arm, but
Sure.
but yeah, he's currently on the floor, just out cold like a light. And the other person is
Got paper
also.
crime.
I'm actually gonna go
Out.
give the arm to Nightshade so he can have a little chew toy.
As you bring it in, Nightshade just goes. He just starts tearing into it.
And then once he's stabilized, I'm going to kind of, tie up his feet and his other hand together so he can't go anywhere if he does come to.
Like a three.
Yeah, hog-tied, but without
hog-tied
the
with three
with
limbs.
3 limbs. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Gosh.
Yeah, this did not go well for them.
And as soon as that's done, and Sarquin said he was taking care of the other guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Donovan?
I'm
Okay.
tying that guy up and
Okay.
dragging
With-
him into like Ariana
With
Bear.
that, I'm kind of marching, in my bed clothes with my sword and shield. I'm marching into to Arian's. So into Arian's bedchamber and lake. So contract out on you, huh?
Wait, what?
That's what these guys were talking about, and they were obviously here to kill you.
Well then. I guess I'm really popular then.
I wouldn't call that popularity.
Yeah.
So, do you know anything about this?
No, I have no clue who would ever want to do this.
Is he being truthful with me on that?
Do sense motive.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to do the check. Okay.
It's like you were hoping.
Yeah. It's like maybe if I say it. Okay.
No, he doesn't seem like he knows about it.
Okay. Well,
He just seems a bit frazzled from the whole entire experience of someone trying to stab him in his sleep.
sure. That's understandable. All right. Well, be on your guard, Arian, because it seems like these guys. I heard them say something in Dwarvish about the contract not being able to be complete, and it wouldn't be a clean kill, and they were referring to you because they were over your bed when they were talking about it, and we came out. You have Onavar to thank for paying enough attention to hear about it, or else you'd be laying in a pile of your own blood.
Guess things are in order then.
And Oh, what else was going to do? Oh, right. I'm going to also look at these guys and rifle their pockets and see if there's any sort of identifying symbols or markings on them, like tattoos or anything like that, jewelry, anything like that, or
While
any
you're
sort of
doing
symbols
that,
on their stuff.
while you're doing that, I'm gonna tap you on the shoulder and say, I'm gonna go meditate for the rest of my time. So if like you guys stay up for an hour with him, after that I can watch him for the rest of the night. It'll be fine.
Okay.
So.
Fair enough.
So as you're rummaging through the pockets and things, I'm assuming you're taking your time with this then?
Oh yeah, I wanna see, like, I'm looking like around their neck. Sometimes there are identifying neck tattoos, upper arms, like maybe on their calves or something like that, like just to see, or maybe on like chest tattoos. I'm looking around thoroughly to see if they're marked in any way.
Hopefully, Onovox disease isn't contagious.
Oh gosh. All right. So as you're rummaging through, you have to look for quite a while to find any markings or things. You do find something on the back of the shoulder blades of the one in front of you.
Okay.
It's like you have to basically pull his
Shirt off, yeah.
Down a bit, and at that point you see like a burn mark, like a ritualistic burn mark that's been in his the back of his his back.
Okay, so a bit like a branding almost.
Exactly.
Okay.
The markings seem to be resembling some sort of daggers of some kind, sort of crossed, something like that, like things that you would guess from going in somewhere and trying to assassinate someone.
Is it too late to say while I was tying him up that I took his weapons?
No, you would have been able to take it off.
Okay, so
I'm gonna tie you up and leave the weapon in your hand.
yeah. So just tell me, because I would have done like a full search of him, like rifled through his stuff for weapons. So just tell me what weapons I got from him, and I'll put them in my inventory for later.
Okay, you got 3 daggers, and that's all the weapons that this one carried.
Be careful, assassins often use poison.
Can I search them for a little bit of gold? Because I am poor.
Okay. You rummage through their pockets and things. Altogether, out of the 3, you find about 55 gold pieces.
Nice. That's not bad at all.
It seems like they weren't really here to buy anything out of... It's like, obviously they weren't, but...
I had 0, so...
Yeah.
You should probably split it with Nav.
Yeah, I'll definitely split it with Neff. Neff, how much is 55? Take 27. Yes.
Oh, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So is everyone just waiting and just gonna go back to bed, and then?
Well,
I said stay up with him for an hour, and then I'll be up and I'll watch him.
Okay.
So someone needs to stay up with him for 1 more hour so I can get a full night's rest, and then I'll watch him for the rest of the night.
No, I'm probably doing that because it's obviously going to take me some time to find the branding and everything, because I'm going to be looking for that and whatnot. So I'll just be staying up until Sarquin gets back up.
I'll stay up too because I'm in a little bit of shock.
Okay, gotcha.
That happened quickly.
Yeah. All right. So an hour passes by. The one that you cast blindness on seems to come to consciousness a little bit as Sarquin walks out. The other one is completely out. It's just like unconscious on the ground. The one
I walk out now with my shield and in full armor.
Okay.
Basically, because before I was like in nothing.
Okay, gotcha. You see this person on the ground, a human, brown hair, sort of spiked, and very, very light stubble on his face, currently clutching his side as where the slash was, and sort of clutching his head as well, trying to fight off whatever it is that this necromancer gave him.
Can I stay the disease without fully curing it?
I would say you would be able to.
Okay.
I say a simple healing spell would probably,
Well, but I don't want to fully
says,
cure
guys.
it. Yeah, I don't want
Yeah,
probably
but
says,
like a
hold on.
lesser restoration would be to cure it. A
Yeah.
healing spell would probably be to relieve the symptoms.
Yeah, because I don't necessarily want to cure it just yet.
Okay.
Let's find this. It might say healing.
Well, for this one, it has an incubation period of 1d3 days. So if he continues to make saves, then he won't take effect.
No, there's no
but
incubation period.
for the blindness thing, yeah, there is.
No, it said in the spell when you casted it that there was no incubation period.
No, in
Oh, I
this
thought
blinding sickness one, it says 1d3 days.
Yeah, so he has to, keep on making saves for 1d3 days in order to not be blind forever. But
Yeah, and that's I kind of want to just stay that a little bit until we figure out what's going on.
gotcha. That'd be
And
something
then-
you would be able to do with your divine magic, being able to
And then
prolong
excellent.
the effect of blindness.
Excellent.
And then if you wanted to cure it entirely, you would be able to do that as well.
Right, and I'm just holding off on that part of it for
Yeah.
right now until we determine what's going on and what we need to do with these guys.
Okay. At this point, this person is just like, just really shallow breathing, just looking up at everybody. You see him try to move, but he's like,
I'm gonna kind of put my hands up and go, don't move, and I'm gonna be kind of dressing his wounds a bit, making sure he doesn't bleed out, and I'm gonna be looking at him and go, okay, what's your name?
yeah, right. I'm not telling you that right now.
Well,
Do you want me to do it
I'm
again?
Sarquin. Yeah, right. I'm not gonna tell you that right now.
Uh,
Wrong
So-
name. Can't believe
gonna-
my mother gave that to you.
No, I'm just gonna look at him and be like, do you want me to do it again?
No. Fine. You really want my name of all things?
Yep.
Gosh. Fine. I'm Finn.
So, why were you attempting to assassinate our friend?
Gotta make a living somehow, right?
There are better ways to do it.
Not with what I'm good at.
You could be a soldier. They have spies.
Yeah, right.
That makes good money.
Can't do that anymore. I've already committed myself. He's
Dungeon delving pays well too.
He repositions himself and just like,
I help him sit up properly, but
Okay.
I would like to say his hands are like tied behind his back really tight, and his legs are tied in two different places. They're
Okay.
tied at the knees and they're tied at the ankles.
All right, so you just sort of reposition his hands and tie them up, and he's just like
Yeah.
sitting upright now. Just like,
Yeah.
So-
I guess this is the part where you ask questions, and I tried to not answer them, but you threatened me, and then you get the information anyways, right?
Yeah. we
Yeah,
could
so
skip
let's
the
skip to
threatening.
that part. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
Who put the hit out on Arian?
To be honest, I have no clue.
Okay. Do you know why? Do you know why they put the hit out on Arian? Just like a general.
Nope. We just get
Okay.
the contracts, we fulfill the contracts, no questions asked.
Wow.
And what was what was to be the payment for this?
Oh, that was gonna be a lot. Upwards of 3, maybe 4,000 gold split amongst us.
I look at
It's pretty
Nav.
hefty.
I go, you think Richard could have done this?
That's what I was thinking.
And I'll kind of like glance at both of them and like say later, just kind of give him the not in front of him.
Anyway,
I
I look back at him and I go, okay, what's your organization called?
Cut right to the chase, huh?
Yep.
Alright, fine. Well, we're called the Liberators.
That sounds like a rebel faction, but then again, you're assassins, so why did you choose that
We
name?
liberate the souls from people's bodies.
Oh, that sounds really dumb once you say it out loud. Yeah.
What?
I love your character.
Like, it sounded weird, but now it just sounds dumb.
Oh gosh.
I shake my head and I go, past that. I go, so, your skills, you're a pretty good assassin, right? What would you be ranked in your order?
To be honest, I'm trying to rise up in the ranks. Not too high up. They said this would be a fairly easy one if we could get in there stealthily, but that was thwarted.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, man. Really sorry about your friend over there. I think that one lost an arm, but hey, he's still alive. You know,
the other one's dead.
Yeah. I go. Look.
Occupational hazards. We all know about it.
Yeah. I go. Okay. Look. So, you're a part of the Liberators, an assassin organization that is how old exactly?
Well, it's been around for a while. Recently, it came under new management. They sort of switched up what we're about. Maybe 15 years ago was when our organization is now what it is today.
Do you have any connections to the people in the wilds?
We usually don't deal with the wilds. We usually stick to the civilized areas.
Oh, I mean, that's good, because, you know.
And what do you
Savages.
and what do you expect your punishment to be when we turn you into the local authorities here?
Well, with all the evidence you have here, well, probably a fine, as well as thrown in jail for weeks. Possibly more, I don't know, I'm not from here.
And where do you hail?
I hail from the other side of the plains, actually.
Is that where the Liberators are headquartered?
I really don't want to tell you about that, but seems like my hands are tied. So is my legs.
I see what you did there.
Literally.
He says,
Right.
fine, I'll tell you where it's, at least, the main one is located. Yeah, go to Gold Meadow, and you won't find us automatically, but if you search hard and long enough, you will.
And how far, out of character, how far is that from here, or would we know roughly about where, like, the distance?
With that, it's a couple, it's like months away from
Okay.
where you are right now. From what you are gathering from him, like, the headquarters is there, but there might be other, like, smaller
There are
factions.
branches, sure.
And branches around. Just, he's from that area initially, but...
Okay. Alright.
I'm gonna ask, how do you get your contracts?
Our leader divvies them up, and we get them from people who know about us.
Okay. And so, let's say I knew about you. I'm just gonna get the extent of how far you guys are willing to go for profit. Let's say I know you, and this little girl in town's really making me angry, like a 9-year-old, and I paid you, say, 50,000 gold to kill this 9-year-old. Would you kill the 9-year-old? Well, would your group tell you to kill a 9-year-old?
That's a bit too much.
Okay. Well, at least you have morals.
Well, some of us do.
As
Well,
much as
at
they
least
are.
some of you have morals. I mean, you seem like a pretty good guy, you know. I'd be down to drink with you if, you hadn't tried to kill our friend.
It's just a job.
Yeah, I know. I don't take it personally. I don't know about him, though. I hope he doesn't. You seem like a nice guy.
Thanks. Anything else you want to ask him before you finally go
Who
to bed
is the and who
The leader?
who is the current management of the Liberators here?
now? Well, he doesn't like to go by his first name, but what we know, we call him Mr. Krim.
I'm gonna.
Mr.
Oh.
Krim, Krim, or something like that.
Exactly.
So I'll turn to Arian. Arian, what
Hmm?
do you were the target of this? What do you think is appropriate? Do we turn them? Shall we just turn them over to the local authorities, or what?
I'd
What would
say
you
so.
see have done?
Or I say, turn him over, let them deal with it.
Agree.
I'm gonna ask, what will your guild do once they figure out that, we know about them? We killed a few members, well, a member, and mortally wounded. Well, not mortally wounded, almost mortally wounded one.
Well, once they figure out that we have not come back for a while, they'll probably send just more after your friend there.
And what of us? Since they would they not?
If you
Deal
don't have a
with us?
contract on you, they won't try to attack you unless you attack them first.
And what would it take to get this contract canceled?
Well, if you go and join the Liberators, we don't take out our own. If you wish to join, then the contract will be cancelled.
Hear that, Arian?
Look at
Oh,
Arian.
yeah.
Hey, you can join an assassin's guild. That'd be awesome, right?
I think maybe.
Maybe.
No. Otherwise, though,
Otherwise,
that's out of the question. How can we have this contract canceled?
if the original person who placed the contract revoked it, or
And who would know who placed the original contract?
if anybody would know, it'd be Mr. Krim.
How do we find Mr. Krim?
Most
He's
likely
at
the
headquarters.
headquarters.
Oh, God. We asked where the headquarters was, right?
Yeah.
Yep, Gold Meadow. I got it.
Okay, cool.
Well, why don't we bring these fools outside to the local authorities?
Yep. Well, time to go meet the constable. Arian, anything you'd like to know from them? This was, again, directed at you.
No, not really. I'm fine. He just sort of plops down on his bed, just like.
Thanks to Onabok, you're fine, yes.
Yeah, so thank you, by the way.
I'm gonna look at him and I go, okay. So, assuming that the constable doesn't, execute you or anything, if you do get out of jail, I mean, even if you break out of jail, I would love to have drinks with you later. Like, I will buy the first round.
What do you want, his phone number? Jeez.
He is a funny man.
He's like, if I do get out of jail and I'm not on a contract and we're near each other, why not?
Okay, sure. And I'll hoist him up,
Okay.
Alright. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Is someone gonna lead the one-armed man to them too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna take care of whichever one he's not. And when we do get them to, flag down local soldiery, I'll put on appropriate clothing for going outside.
Okay.
And and when we find the appropriate soldiery to turn them into, I will mention that the one is diseased and ask if they want me to cure him of the disease, and I will also inform them that at least the two-armed man was cooperative and
Yeah.
like
And,
just let him know that he was he wasn't.
Should we send a note to the king too?
Yeah, that's
That
probably a good
assassins
idea.
organization. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's after one of our members.
Okay.
I'm going to pick up the dead body and put it over my shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll take that with us as well,
I-
so that
I
we're
haven't done
not.
anything.
Okay. So
Yes.
it doesn't take too long to find the guards that you need.
Especially carrying a dead body in a one-armed man.
Yes.
So have we gone outside? What are we doing?
At this point, to find the guards, it'd be just a quick run outside.
Well, it's a tavern at night, so you might just have to go upstairs.
So as we're walking down, is there any chance I can walk in the back of the group?
yeah.
Okay. And I'm just gonna let them go on ahead of me.
Okay.
Freaking, King.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Fuck.
I just realized what's happened. That's fine. I mean, like, I wouldn't think anything of it. In fact, I'd be likely to be in the lead looking for, like, soldiery, and whatnot. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just
Call
gonna stay
somebody,
upstairs
so-
as I slowed down and didn't follow them.
Okay.
yeah, and I probably won't notice that he trailed off. I'll be right back, though.
Okay. All right. So you.
I am gonna, make sure that, everyone's resting that needs to rest. And when we give back the people and we, give our statements of what happened, are you still there or did he only leave? Okay, you guys are still there. I didn't know if all of you left when I was talking to
No.
myself. Anyway, so I'm basically, after we give our statements and everything and get everyone, put back, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be the nice guy. I'm gonna ask the innkeeper for a mop bucket and a mop, and I'm gonna mop up the blood.
So,
Okay.
and as they went downstairs, I put the body back on the ground and I use animate dead.
Oh, a mass murderer! You can make a white, dude.
You didn't know what I was
it's an assassin. It's so perfect.
Oh, and I didn't even think about that part too. You just helped me with that part, Sarquin.
Yeah.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
just knew
so
I
you
wanted
do
to
that.
make it. Yeah.
Alright.
So it's a touch. It's basically a touch, and basically, once I reached 5th level, I could do it once a day without me. Really,
Dude.
that.
That's awesome.
Okay.
I don't know if I don't even know if I have to roll for it. I'm not
No.
sure.
No.
Could he
Okay.
put-
There's
could he
no
put-
saving throw, and it's
Could he make
instantaneous.
Shadow? Could he make Nightshade Soul go into that and make it become a white with Nightshade Soul?
It would take 24 hours, and you don't know if this guy's a mass murderer or not. All you know is he's part of Assassin's Guild. But
Yeah.
Well, he's definitely murdered before, and he
Hey, maybe
murdered-
it was his first gig.
Yeah, maybe it was his first gig.
No,
Well, I mean, he could. Well, it's an okay thing to try. I mean, the worst thing that happens is instead of a white, you get a normal zombie.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'd get rid of Nightshade. I would just start to try to summon a new one, and if that didn't work, he'd just be a regular zombie, and I'd still have Nightshade.
Oh, okay.
So, but I'm gonna animate dead on him.
okay.
Well, actually, yeah. Well, here's a question: if I want to try to turn him into a white, do I have to not use animate dead on him? Because that's an important question.
I'd say you could use it, and then at a later time, just do the 24-hour ritual.
Okay. I was wondering what's your discretion. So
I'd say it'd be okay, because all
Okay.
you need is the body of whatever. So
yeah. So I'll. It's basically he's laying on the ground, and I just touch his forehead.
where are you doing this exactly?
I'm doing this upstairs while you guys went to look for.
Oh, okay. So you kind of slink back off to your room. Got it.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, on the way by,
like-
heading outside downstairs, is there a bartender or a doorkeep or something there for the inn?
yeah, there's the orc that's still.
The orc's still there.
I
So-
already said that I'm going down there with a mop and a bucket and cleaning up the blood. So
No, I was
Okay.
just gonna, as we were passing by with these guys tied up and in tow, I was gonna be like, so you just let anybody upstairs into the rooms for any reason?
Just like,
That's-
they paid well. I didn't know.
All right.
as I pass, because I'm behind now, I go, yep, they're assassins.
It's like, good to know. All right, you make your way towards the proper soldiers.
Mhm.
They take them from you as you ask, do you want me to heal them or something? They're like, well, we don't want them to suffer, so if you think you want to, sure. If not, we'll probably do it. That sort of stuff.
If you guys have the means, I'll leave it up to the local, justice council to determine what level of healing and disease curing is appropriate. But if you wanted me to do it right here and now, I can.
The guard goes, thank you, but I think that we have it covered for now. We'll decide later on.
Sounds good. Here they are, and we'll explain exactly what happened, and that they broke in and were attempting to assassinate, and that unfortunately one of them was killed, and that's probably about the point that I'll realize that Onavok isn't around. Like, one of them was. Oh, right. Well, we have these two that are alive.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw in just to cover Onavok's hide. I think he might have said something about taking him out and burying him. I'm not sure though. I might have misheard him.
Well,
yeah.
It appears we're taking care of that one. But here are the two that survived.
All right. They thank you, and then they take him off to just off down the road.
To wherever bad people go here.
Yeah.
What we don't know is there's this huge. Yeah. What we don't know is there's this huge underground torture jail system.
Well, if that's the local, if that's, if they're aware of the risks and that's the local law.
Well, I mean, come on. Torture gets some results sometimes. Other times it's just...
I think we did all right without torture.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, that guy was, he knew that, okay, you guys are going to torture it out of me, or you guys are going to annoy me, Sarquin, until I give it up.
I was going to say, I don't know that they just... I don't know what I look like in my skivvies with, a sword and shield, but, if they got any sense of my leanings, they'd probably realize I wouldn't torture them.
Yeah. What I always imagine my guy wearing when he goes to sleep is just a set of common clothes. I never imagine him wearing, any underclothes. He's just I got common clothes. I'll wear them. Interchangeable. Doesn't matter.
Okay, so with that, you go back to your taverns, clean up everything, and get the rest of your nights of sleep or staying up after meditation.
I have to sleep.
And with that, we're going to end.
Woo!
That was very interesting.
And I will make a point on the way back in without the guys to be and just kind of look at the bartender and say, you should probably make a small donation of what you received to the local temple.
He nods to you, and just yeah.
Yes, I'm a goody two-shoes. I'm a paladin. My wife was like, "You're kind of a goody two-shoes. What are you doing?"
Kind of a buzzkill.
But yeah, the bartender agrees and is just yeah, I should probably do that.
Good.
Then he goes in the back and rummages through some stuff. And you go upstairs, you fall back to sleep.
Yay.
Peaceful sleep for the rest of the night. And
Sweet.
that's going to be it. Good job.
That's fun.
Yeah, that was good.
And yeah, this wasn't meant to be a hard one. It was if you got the listen check, they probably would have been just decimated.
Wait, was there a chance that we wouldn't have woken up and Arian would have been dead by the time we woke up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Dude.
Glad one of us is good at listening.
I'm not good at listening. I just got a 16.
You're good at listening.
You're better than we are. We were sleepy. And look at that, and you got a corpse out of it too.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's a mass murderer, and you can get a white.
So what does your shirt say? I gotta know. Is it a Run DMC shirt? Because it didn't look like the bottom said DMC.
Are you talking about my shirt?
Yeah.
No, this is a humans versus zombies shirt.
Oh, okay, because it's in the Run DMC style.
No, yeah. It's a humans versus zombies shirt.
Okay, I couldn't see the bottom part of it. I just saw the run and then the one part that I well, that's definitely not DMC.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
HIV?
No, HVZ.
It's humans versus zombies.
Yeah, humans versus zombies.
I'm just. Hey.
Oh dear. No, that was awesome, dude. And you got yourself a corpse in a way that I didn't have to be terribly upset about.
That's what I was planning.
That was well done. Well thought out, actually. Like, that was perfect.
Yeah,
Because my first instinct was like, I'm going out. Like, let's get these guys to the thing. And
Yeah.
like, oh, I'll pick up the dead body. I'm like, good idea. Let's go. We'll take it to them too. And I like legit didn't realize what you were doing until we were like downstairs. I was like, oh, I just realized he's splitting off. Crap.
I realized
Let
as
the
soon as he picked
necromancer
up the dead body that he was gonna do some weird wizard shit with it, and so I was like,
I didn't
like,
think about it. I thought he was just cleaning up. And like, yeah, we should turn that into.
Oh man! And you also got a ring that's pretty
Dude,
awesome
that
too.
ring is amazing. I'm gonna talk to that guy all the time.
Oh, you mean like I talked to my snake and
Yeah.
my
Just like the whole party's going slowly crazy.
They all start talking to themselves like, who are all these people talking to?
Neff eventually gets like a shield that lets him talk to like directly to an angel that serves AMA, and he's just like talking to it constantly.
I talked to AMA. I don't know what you're talking about. I was chosen, dude. I don't need an angel to talk through. I can talk directly to AMA.
Man, your character is a dick to angels.
I'm not saying it's a problem. I'm just saying I don't have to.
I'm just saying I'm better than angels.
No, I'm just saying. You know, I got AMA's phone number. I don't need to go through her
Got her
secretary.
on speed dial.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe the secretary's hot. You want to talk to the secretary for a few minutes.
Alrighty, that was fun.
Yeah, good job. Great job, Chandler. That was fantastic.
That was good.
Last one.
I liked it. If you want to stay here and talk, go ahead. But I gotta go. So.
All right, night, yo. Have fun at
Alrighty.
school.
Yeah, see ya.
Have fun at school.
Uh,
All right. See you.